Sammy Guevara.
Yeah. This is my moment to shine. This is my time for flight. I've been grinding forever just for this very night. I've been pushing for many moments like this. This time is undervalued and no one ever could miss. This is my chance, moment of bliss. My feelings so enchanted. Many could understand it. These skills out of the planet. Be careful, I'm out for landing. The future is mine. Taking it all by design. Knowing so much on the line. Guevara. Sammy Guevara, it's my time just to take flight. Put it on the line, all in the same night. Hustle my way to the top to get this moment, this future. No doubt we own it, the future is mine. On the line, Sammy Guevara, it's my time just to take flight. Put it all on the line in the same night. Hustle my way just to get this moment. There is no doubt that we own it, the future is mine. I got so much on the line. This is my moment to shine. This is my time for flight. I've been grinding forever just for this very night. I've been pushing for many moments like this. This time is undervalued and no one ever could miss. This is my chance, moment of bliss. My feelings so enchanted. Many could understand it. These skills out of the planet. Be careful, I'm out for landing. The future is mine. Taking it all by design. Knowing so much on the line. Guevara. Sammy Guevara, it's my time just to take flight. Put it on the line, all in the same night. Hustle my way to the top to get this moment, this future. No doubt we own it, the future is mine. On the line, Sammy Guevara, it's my time just to take flight. Put it all on the line in the same night. Hustle my way just to get this moment. There is no doubt that we own it, the future is mine. I got so much on the line. This is my moment to shine. This is my time for flight. I've been grinding forever just for this very night. I've been pushing for many moments like this. This time is undervalued and no one ever could miss. This is my chance, moment of bliss. My feelings so enchanted. Many could understand it. These skills out of the planet. Be careful, I'm out for landing. The future is mine. Taking it all by design. Knowing so much on the line. Guevara. Sammy Guevara, it's my time just to take flight. Put it on the line, all in the same night. Hustle my way to the top to get this moment, this future. No doubt we own it, the future is mine. On the line, Sammy Guevara, it's my time just to take flight. Put it all on the line in the same night. Hustle my way just to get this moment. There is no doubt that we own it, the future is mine. I got so much on the line. Sammy Guevara, it's my time just to take flight. Put it on the line, all in the same night. Hustle my way to the top to get this moment, this future. No doubt we own it, the future is mine. On the line, Sammy Guevara, it's my time just to take flight. Put it all on the line in the same night. Hustle my way just to get this moment. There is no doubt that we own it, the future is mine. I got so much on the line.
Greetings from the couch.
What's the dildo?
Carl, next time you need to put your picture in the background as the crying Jordan.
Yeah, you need to be the crying
That
Jordan.
should have been you.
That should have been you in the background.
All right, I'm Kyle Chapman. This is Brian Lopes.
What's happening?
This is Eddie Ortiz.
What's going on, everybody?
And our teams done got Baron Corbin.
What are you talking about? He won his tournament.
Hey, we put up a bigger fight. Holy fuck.
You guys were destroying us last week. Especially you. You were fucking...
Oh,
Patriots fans and
you
this.
saw that picture you put up?
Look,
Yeah.
You
Kyle is free.
You are free.
He is free.
Give us free.
I got a question, though. Who the fuck is our coach? I have no idea who the fuck this dude is.
Yeah, so Rivera got fired.
This is the only thing I know about Baylor University. Just before we get into wrestling, RG3 went there. That's about it. That's all I got.
What's going on, everybody in the chat?
Apparently, everybody that goes to that school is virgins. I guess I don't know.
T-Bow?
But
T-Bow?
T-Bow went to Florida.
Remember when that was a thing?
Yes, I do. Yeah. But let's get started with this wrestling. We're gonna get to a couple of breaking news.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah, we want to start off with that one first, since it's the bigger news.
Fresher.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fresh.
Well, it's not as fresh, but it's pretty good. Before we go into what we do best, let's go ahead and point out something that needs to be pointed out to the wrestling world.
Are we going to start with this?
Yes.
Okay, well.
So, put it on the screen.
Okay.
This chick.
Oh, boy.
Hi. Eddie's favorite women's wrestler.
Me too.
She can do no wrong.
I didn't say
Miss
she could do
Blanchett.
no. I did not say in the ring she could do no wrong. Listen,
it's about time her career fades to black, don't you think?
listen.
Because she picked a fight with you.
I knew she was a bully. Everybody knew she was a bully. There was already rumors of that she was, a locker room bully to the females and stuff like that. That's why she didn't get picked up by the DOE her first time around and everything like that, because she has an attitude problem. Okay, we knew everybody. This wasn't. I don't know about the N-word thing.
Bad time to scream unity.
I'm just like
Unity!
The only thing I can say is why 3 years to wait?
Because people
Agreed.
What happened? And
I'm hearing that same excuse. Oh, I was afraid to get blackballed. Oh, she had too much stroke. 3 years to wait. What changed now?
What changed now is that people see that she's trying to be some type of woman's advocate when she was totally Lars Sullivan-us.
I mean,
saying that she's with one thing and doing totally opposite.
to me, it's like go ahead, Eddie. I'll let you go because I got my
Unity.
my
I saw that. I was like, okay, maybe she's trying to mend some bridges because she was a bully and everything.
Unity.
When that chick came out with, remember when you called me the N-word? It's like, oh, Tess. Oh, why'd you? Oh, it's like, I know what family you come from because I'm sure both your dads threw out that word.
Yeah.
In their time, you know.
Did you say both your dads?
Yeah, she has technically two dads.
Technically. And, we know all your uncles, Hogan's and stuff like that, and the Flairs and the Four Horsemen. We know the original Four Horsemen.
Flair is not a racist. He just never put over black people.
Shout out to Rob Simmons.
I'm sure Flair's thrown out that word a few times, but somehow Flair gets a pass. Hogan, Warrior, all them guys.
Yeah. What's funny about Warrior is I heard the rumor and I never actually researched it until
the gay
it
thing?
was Andrew Dent. No, not Warrior.
I was to say you can't avoid that.
It wasn't the gay one. The gay one I was even able to see past. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? But I can even see past that. But the racist bullshit, I believe it was Andrew that pointed it out. But his was probably just as bad as Hogan's.
Yeah. So we know the heritage she comes from. It's just there's no defending that. It's like, come on, girl, you should know better. It's one thing to be a bully. We've seen the John Cenas and the Triple H's, the people who sit on top. They want to stay on top and they bury the people beneath them. But she in a bad right now.
She is.
And like I said, the only thing I can say is stop waiting so long. This is what irks me when people come out with stuff like this. It's like, speak up then. Don't be afraid to speak up then. Everybody's coming out, oh, I was afraid to get blackballed. I was afraid that, she might get, I'll lose work. No, as you can see, I think it's Heavy Metal Wrestling, some indie show. They already put out a tweet. They got rid of her. They got her off the show, so.
And but on the bullying thing, here's the thing about people that get bullied. And I understand that it's a weak-minded complex, but people that get bullied tend to stay away from the subject totally. Brings back memories, brings back depression, the fact that you didn't stand up for yourself, stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I beat the shit out of bullies. I didn't like people getting bullied. But anyway, the bullying thing, it's a tough business, but it's still, you shouldn't be bullying somebody. You know what I mean? That's just the way I look at it. The racism thing, that's something that's totally different. I'm pretty sure it's well fucking documented, at least on this podcast, how I feel about racism. But as far as that goes, as my man Nick just pointed out, she opened up that door. It's not the fact that people waited so long. It's the fact that people just looked at a closed door that she decided to open up.
Agreed. For me, I'm 50-50 on this situation because obviously you guys know my opinion on Tessa. I respect her a lot. I'm a huge fan of her work in the ring. The bullying part of it, it doesn't bother me because it's sports.
Carl, I never bullied you.
Like, it's sports. Everybody goes through their hazing and all their other bullshit. And we've heard stories of what happens in wrestling locker rooms. People are shitting in each other's bag. People are taking their bags and tying them up.
Randy Orton's shaking people without washing
shaking people without, you know what I'm saying?
Hi,
At least throw some
I'm
Purell.
Randall Keith Orton, shake my hand.
Put some Purell on or some shit, you know what I mean? But, all right, the racist thing, it's like, I don't look at her as a racist person. I look at her as somebody who said something in spite at the time. Because if you look at Tessa Blanchard, first off, her theme song, what is it? It's a rap song. It's people rapping to her. She dated Ricochet. She's currently engaged to a Spanish guy. Like, she's gone throughout the fucking...
We'll adjust our comment just a minute, Vic.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We'll get back to
Well,
you.
Ricochet is on record saying that he broke up with her because she has an attitude problem.
Yeah.
Which I can see. She probably is the man in the relationship.
But don't get me wrong. Like, certain people you can look at and be like, all right, you're a second or third generation wrestler, whatever. You think you're entitled to it, but you suck. But then there's some third, second generation wrestlers like Randy Orton who can, you know, who talk a lot of shit, but at the same time in the ring, they're one of the fucking greatest of all time. Same thing with Tessa. The racist part of it, I really got to hear something. I got to hear audio. I need a video because we all know how some girls get. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of girls came out between Chelsea Green and fucking Allison Kay and all this other shit. They all came out and fucking put her on blast for it. Get it. Totally understand it. And even homegirl, what's her name, La Negra or whatever. Like, literally, that's her name, La Negra. So it's close enough to the point where... Yeah.
La Rosa Negra.
Yeah, La Rosa
Black
Negra.
Rose.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean?
Speaking
like,
of roses, okay, never mind.
Hold on. But to me, it's like, that's how I look at it as. It's like, I don't want to jump to a conclusion like everybody else saying, all right, she's racist, fuck Tessa, and all this other shit. I still personally enjoy her work. And at the same time, unlike Lars Sullivan, who has footage of him slobbing knobs and him and like all of this shit documented.
Hey. Polishing porcelain. Not slobbing knobs.
Shout out to his homie Derek. Shout out to Derek.
Exactly. Lars was on record. He got.
There's transcripts of this man.
Exactly. Hogan. Hogan was on video.
Did you read those transcripts?
Yes. Did you not read the shit he was writing? KFC is for poor people.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the transcripts of his movies.
No, I'm not talking about his films. No, I'm not researching that whatsoever. I have no need to.
You didn't see any of the
No,
stuff?
I'm good. But shout out to Derek.
He did his own stunts.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And I can imagine the dialogue. The dialogue goes, "Ooh, too deep. Ow."
Do you really want to keep going on that?
A couple of those, probably.
With my stomach full?
Maybe some this.
Like a turkey sandwich can't just come all over this desk.
He was like Shawn Michaels back in the day when he was looking at the fan going like this and all that stuff. That was funny. But no, overall, the Tessa thing, I'm 50-50 on it. I'm legit 50-50. It's like, I don't want to hate the girl because she said the N-word and called somebody a nigga or whatever. Think about it like this. How many white people you know rap music? Like, they're in the car rapping a song.
Eminem won't say the word.
Yeah, Eminem won't say the word because he knows better.
He said it a few times in the song.
Yeah, and then he got his ass chewed out. And you know something? Maybe this is Tessa's time to get chewed out. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I'm with Eddie on this. You wait 3 years, and you literally wait till the weekend that this girl is about to fight for a world title. And by the way, anybody who's watching the show, do not spoil it for me because I will watch it tomorrow morning.
Like Vic said in the comments, they waited till she was at her highest point.
Why don't you read the whole comment for the people, for the audio capabilities that are listening to us? You know, not for people with the flash photography.
Tessa getting the blowback shows one thing. When you make that many enemies, they'll wait until you're at your highest peak to strike you down. That's what she gets for talking that shit and having a bad reputation. And it's true. If she was a nicer person in the ring and she said that word, maybe people would be like, oh, you messed up.
But spitting on her too, though, dude?
We don't know. Maybe there was a stiff shot. Maybe she pissed her off somehow. Maybe something happened.
And
exactly.
shit like that does happen. Like
fucking Charlotte slapped the shit out of Kyrie, and Kyrie had a fucking concussion, and she thought,
Lesnar punched
Braun Strowman after Braun hit him in the face. Shit, there's a video online of Tessa and Deonna Purrazzo getting into a fist fight at like Revolution Wrestling.
How many people haven't been play fighting and got serious? Especially if you got siblings.
Remember slap boxing?
Wild Man Congo, man.
So I wish he was here right now.
Anybody who stiffs me, I'm gonna let you know. Like, you're going a little hard, you do it again, I'm gonna knock your ass out.
Carl could attest. We used to have boxing matches after school, and sometimes they got.
Brian had a boxing match.
We had to break. We had to. Oh, okay, calm down, everybody. It's just.
It's one of those things. It's like I said, it's sport. It's like you're around testosterone and estrogen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and obviously in women's
And steroids. And steroids.
I didn't say that. But no, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's so many things you can look into, right? Like, even the whole spitting aspect. We don't know if homegirl spat on her first. We don't know if all these girls are just ganging up on her right now.
But why would they all be on a different location? Did they all just have a group message just to shit on Tessa?
Most likely. Who knows? I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking sides on this.
Women are spiteful.
Women are spiteful?
As hell. We know,
know what I
that.
mean?
That's the statement of the millennium.
We do know that one. So
You know what I mean?
they hold on to shit.
For grudges.
Dude, I still get yelled at from my baby's mother to this day. It was something that happened 2 fucking years ago.
There you go, see? You got a shorter window than Tessa did.
But Vic hit it on the nail on the head. She has a bad reputation, so people held on to this, and they waited till she was at her peak. And it's a bad look right now.
And like I said,
Impact's in a bad place right now because now they probably were leaning towards making history and letting her win that championship. Now
they might pull it on her.
Yeah, it's like let her win that title. There's going to be some blowback, and Twitterverse is going to.
And like we always say, the internet is what? Defeated.
And fickle.
Yeah, that too.
But they will come out the woodworks.
I'm just waiting for someone to start leaking photos of her and getting pissed off and all this other shit. Like, I'm just waiting for more to come out from the story.
There's gonna be more fucking bad stuff on that title
and
than
Moose,
Paige's championship if she gets that heavyweight championship.
Agreed.
And we know what was on Paige's championship.
If anybody's seen poor,
That's a little bit more than the bubbly.
Anybody seen poor Moose? Just tell him stop trying to be Captain Save a Hoe.
Moose, this ain't got nothing to do with you.
Mind your business.
I like Moose
Stop
now.
trying to save a white woman. Just mind your business, man.
What did I do? I gotta shut my mouth.
When the women's claws come out, just back in the room. Go back in the room. Close the door.
Hi, Natasha.
Hello, Natasha. What did I do? What did I say?
And please make some macaroni and cheese.
Oh, boy. But no, like I said, for me, the whole Tessa thing, 50-50. That's just my point of view on it. I'm half sold and I'm half annoyed.
You know, I kind of have a reputation to uphold, right?
Yeah, no, so go for it.
And whenever somebody gets outed as being racist, I kind of have a little trigger, switch that I like to flip. And you know, I don't think today I'm going to do it.
Really?
I'm going to, for once, be the bigger man. Fuck Tessa Blanchard. Fuck that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Take your face.
Let's move on to some more, I guess you can call it latest breaking news in the professional wrestling.
I don't have a photo for this one, so we can't put it on the screen, but...
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, well, we found out as the countdown was going.
Yeah, true. Well, Mr. Villain Enterprises, the villain himself,
Mate Skrull.
Yeah, can you say that one more time?
Mate Skrull. Working on my British accent, Gavin. Let me know how I'm doing.
But yeah.
What did I do?
He's in Ring of Honor.
Oh, that's for you. Natasha said this, by the way.
What did I do? Oh damn, that's
very
that's harsh.
Very harsh.
That's harsh. The only thing I said was hi.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. I gotta stay out of this one.
Light-skinned man. Light-skinned woman. I'm about to get stabbed for that one.
Yeah, she might stab.
I'm gonna get stabbed.
Shank you.
Run, Carl! Gonna get you in trouble.
I'm about to get stabbed.
About to get Paul Carl
I got the silver car.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Don't slash the
Oh,
goal.
Nick said, "Fuck her, Pappy Tully." Man, leave Tully out. Tully ain't do nothing wrong.
Tully's a known racist.
Tully's a...
What you
He could have been living the gimmick.
What can you expect from a guy who grew up in that time frame?
Yeah.
Somebody who concedes that they grew up in a fucked up situation and tries to do something about it to actually better themselves on the situation. I don't know, somebody.
Well, we know old white people.
Let's just say somebody like who changes themselves and still gets held to something they do, like Vic. Before they actually realized the error of their ways and tried to totally rehabilitate themselves and totally looked at as public enemy number one in this fucking world, despite the fact that he's doing.
Well, that's white people.
Okay, that was racist, sir.
That's white.
That was racist, sir.
That's white people still mad about dogs.
Stereotypes.
It's true.
But,
The Asians don't care. We Spics don't care. I'm sure the black people don't care anymore. Like, what the fuck is?
You didn't care then.
I mean, what you did was fucked up. But like I said, man, you could have took a lot of shortcuts after to try to hide what you did. He took absolutely none. He took his punishment like it, man. He even paid back the Falcons all of the money that he owed them. He didn't pull a, I don't know, let's just say somebody in Rhode Island who used to be a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox had a very bloody sock and then decided to start a video game company that jammed that to the state and has absolutely no intention on paying them back at all.
Fuck Kurt Schilling. As a Red Sox fan, fuck Kurt Schilling.
Oh, okay, all right.
I've never been a fan of his.
All right.
That was the politics. That was politics. They all lined their pockets.
They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
But Marty Skrull, he's head booker on Ring of Honor, that dying organization. And he can work with the NWA, but he cannot work with WWE and or AEW. Well, he can't work with WWE now because
I hope the money's good. That's
I tell you right now, we know the term "back that Brinks truck up." They gave him the company.
Yeah,
pretty much.
He's head booker and head producer. They pretty much said, "We'll give you the company just to stay here. Just to stay here. We'll give you the company." And I can see the NWA thing. I see them. The New Japan tag team that deal's coming up.
Yeah.
So
I think
I'm sure.
New Japan Ring of Honor are done.
Yeah, I'm sure Ring of Honor is looking to team up with somebody else. And the NWA, it's a good little choice. NWA can probably save Ring of Honor. They could bet. And Ring of Honor could benefit more right now from NWA, in my opinion, because NWA, even though they're on YouTube, they're still putting on better stuff.
Dude, I stand by it. They're the best show.
Ring of Honor. The only time they step it up really good is when it comes to their pay-per-views and stuff like that. But what more? They pretty much said, "Here, we'll give you the keys to the kingdom, and if you stick around." So what worse can happen? Sinclair pulls out all their funding, and the fucking company goes belly up, and Marty Scurll ends up with AEW anyways, or he turns Ring of Honor around. Marty Scurll's still young.
Yeah, he's only in his mid-20s.
And I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure him re-signing didn't burn any bridges.
No.
So the AEW door is still open. He's smart. He's probably waiting around to see if they'll be around in a few years. He's probably thinking, okay, if you guys are still here in a few years, then I'll come in. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe he's seeing it that way. Maybe he's like, okay, let's see if I can pull Ring of Honor out from fucking the gutter. That's a tall order in itself. You know, Sinclair needs to start throwing some money in there, and maybe then they can survive. But what more can you want? And they gave him the keys and said, here, you run the show. So now we sit back and watch the Marty Scurll show.
Hopefully it's better than Kevin Nash's and Vince Russo's WCW.
I think we can book anything better than WCW 2000.
You know, Bully Ray down there fighting women.
Think of it like this. I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's a shame when Bully Ray is having the best matches on your card. And that's no disrespect to Bully Ray.
Capzilla?
Huh?
Capzilla?
He can still go.
Capzilla?
And you know what I mean? Bully can still go. Bully's character, his gimmick, like, he worked his ass off to make Haskins look good at Final Battle. Like, he did all the work and Haskins got like 3 shots in and won the fucking match. But it's a shame to me that Ring of Honor, and I still stand by my statement, Ring of Honor is going to be closed down by the end of this year. We're in 2020 now. I stand by that statement. There is nothing good in Ring of Honor. Like
you said the same thing about Impact, though.
Yeah, but Impact's a different story.
Impact's a cockroach.
Yeah, thank you.
Impact is a cockroach.
They are not going anywhere. You think you killed one this
and then
back?
No, you. And then you put your hand away, that motherfucker walks away.
Yeah, he's just walking like,
what the fuck you hit me for, man?
No. But to me, Ring of Honor.
Go tell my cousin's name.
Ring of Honor is in a fucked up situation. You're owned by a television network, right? That will not put you at a primetime spot. Mind you, they can put you at any time they fucking want to. They put you on at 1 a.m. in most areas. You don't have a set day. You're not on regular pay-per-view anymore. You're on Honor. Was it the Honor Club online, which most people won't even buy because unless you want the old library, which you can find online in many other places, no one's getting Honor Club. You have no buzz to anything that's going on your shows right now. You've lost all your major stars over the past year. You've treated your other major stars, guys like Shane Taylor and shit like that, treated them like shit.
You pretty much were NXT before NXT.
Yeah, you killed Jeff Cobb, as you like to put it. You murdered Jeff Cobb. He was the next Samoa Joe. Bro. He was literally the next Samoa Joe.
I'm still waiting.
Jeff who?
I'm still waiting for the explanation on.
Like, on how they fucked that all up?
How? Like,
you fucked up at MSG. You fucked it. You should have get as much as you don't agree with it at the time. They should have put the belt on fucking Marty. They should have put that belt on him.
All right, I'll put it like this. I wouldn't be opposed to Marty being champion. I'm not the biggest
Taven,
Marty Scurll fan.
But Matt Taven,
he goes in the ring. Don't get me wrong. He's good in the ring. He's good in his ring. His character is okay. I'm just saying.
But Matt Taven, that's why they're in the boat they're in right now.
And it's a shame because Taven's not a bad wrestler. His gimmick is just like
he's not a
draw.
Yeah, he's not a draw. He's not a main eventer.
A draw.
He's not a.
That motherfucker's not a draw. He's the opposite. Like he turns people away.
Yeah. And that's crazy to say. He's a local guy too.
He's a good mid carder. He's a good okay. Let's see what's going on here, but not okay. I'm gonna buy tickets to go see Matt Taven.
I look at it like this when it came to Taven, right? If it was one-on-one with him and Lethal and they decided to put the belt on him, I would have been okay with that because, faces, heels, whatever. But you had the wild card right there in Marty. Like, Marty was in the fucking match. You were in the main event of MSG. That place would have exploded if Marty won that title. And you went with Taven.
And instead they went to sleep.
They went with, what up, Jen?
Hello, Miss Jen. But, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's like Ring of Honor has been making so many fucking wrong turns left and right. Now there's rumors that they don't even have medical staff there for the wrestlers after matches because they can't get certified. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's looking like shit. You're fucking the guy who's running the day-to-day operations. Jim Cornette exposed him years ago. And it's all coming out now. There's emails. Joey Mercury has gone off and exposed everything about Ring of Honor. Everything.
Damn.
To the point now, BJ Whitmer, who's the guy who was working in the front office, who I did punk off, by the way. Funny story. I'll get into that another day. But I did punk off BJ Whitmer. Like, him and his wife are all fucked up now. Like, his wife
they're getting divorced because she cheated on him with fucking Joey Mercury.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's all getting fucking exposed. Like, Ring of Honor is a complete and utter shit show right now. I'm sorry. Marty can take the keys and do whatever the fuck he wants from now on. But for me, I as a fan, and I'm a diehard Ring of Honor.
Just so you guys know, the Marty she's talking about is Marty Jannetty.
Oh yeah, shout out to Marty Jannetty.
He's currently like in her DMs.
Is he still?
He's still in her DMs.
I haven't been on Wrestling Fantasy Warfare in forever, so I have no idea.
I work with her, so.
He's still hitting her up. Damn, that was a while ago. Shout out to Marty Jannetty, by the way.
In the DMs. Name of the finishing move, the direct message.
Dude, I saw that he posted some shit a couple weeks ago where he found out some girl got pregnant because he hooked up with her when he was drunk, and she was like 8 months pregnant, and he banged her 6 months ago. Some shit like that with Marty. I don't know, but
you know Jen's currently talking to you. You can't do that.
Oh, oof. I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but it was on social media the other day about Marty and some kids or some shit. But.
Yeah, Nick, it's funny how she ends up getting fired from the company, but she's banging one of the fucking producers back there, fucking Joey Mercury.
While she's still champion. She was
still married.
She was still champion.
Why ain't the women's clause coming out against her?
Yeah. Adultery. I mean, you can call me a nigga all you want, but cheat on me, I'm gonna kill you. I'm not crazy, but I'll fucking kill you.
The black delegation frowns upon your shenanigans.
I apologize. I
won't hit a bitch, but I'll shake the
shit out of her.
All right, should we do it now?
Should we do what?
Should we do it?
Do what?
Should we do it?
Are we talking Wednesday Night War? Which I don't have a need for anymore. I just thought.
Yeah, it's cool because something else happened on Wednesday night.
Are we going to talk about this?
Nah, we can talk about Tony Storm's ass.
Ugh.
Cakes.
I need to have that on the screen. From now on, I'm just gonna put Tony Storm booty just.
They
like
need to
right
come out
behind
with
us.
3D fucking TV already.
Oh my god!
That's when you want to put the glasses on.
Even Mark Henry was thirsting over that.
Cakes.
Mark Henry was thirsting over them cakes. I was like, holy shit! Here, I'm married man. Your wife's right next to you.
But you know, something else happened on let's just say the other show. About midway through.
No, it was in the beginning.
No, it was at the end. It was at the end.
It was more at the.
It was at the end.
We're not talking about the Moxley thing.
No, it was at the end of the match.
We're gonna go, shall we say?
That was the ending sequence of the match.
Can we go and put it on the screen?
Okay, Miss Statlander and Miss Riho. Oh my god.
And that guy.
Luther. He looks like Gangrel with his head shaved.
Yeah, and can you just like take a picture now for just a second?
Sure. Eddie.
So,
Hey, Eddie!
Hey, Eddie!
Ladies and gentlemen, I've waited all week for this one. Go ahead, Eddie.
The king of the militia.
Oh, boy, Eddie, here you go.
Hey, wait. I said it.
I have spoken.
I've spoken. I'm sorry. I have spoken.
I have spoken, Eddie. Come on.
Oh,
Oh, we're going to get to it, Gabe. Don't worry, you're buried.
come on, Moose. Super Sabo.
I ain't got a cape. I ain't got a cape big enough to save them bitches.
Start. Just pick a starting point.
I don't. That was bad.
That was probably the worst reviewed match in the history of Everton.
That was bad.
We might get into it in a little bit.
That was
we
bad.
talked about him last week, but we might get into him a little bit again.
So
That was bad. Okay, the match itself was a typical,
first of all,
women's match. It wasn't anything spectacular.
before we get into the bad part about that, could somebody please help out Rio? I don't know what it is about her.
Every time I see Riho go up to the like climb a rope or her skirt goes up, I feel like I should be in jail.
Agreed.
And not
I
only,
feel like I should be like the FBI. Sir, what are you watching? Because is it wrong that she looks like she's 12?
Oh, Rinaldi, please tell me you saw the ending of that match.
But yeah, that match was just that.
Hey, listen, if you was getting sleep and you want to go to bed, watch that fucking match. Just,
I could say at least Brandy's not wrestling. She might.
at that point, it would have even been.
It might have been
improvement.
better.
Yeah, it might have been.
I would have been expecting
Like
that
I
bullshit
said-
if Brandy was
Like I
wrestling.
said, like I said last week, Kenny, you don't know how to run a division. I'm sorry, my man. You should be focusing on yourself. Stop trying to. I understand you want to
Overrated.
get the next generation going, but obviously the next generation is not the Joshi generation.
Stop looking at my boobs.
If you're going to push any of the Joshis,
Put him on the
man,
glass.
if you're going to push any of the Joshis, it's got to be fucking
Hikaru Shida, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Riho. I said it last week. Riho's done. She's
Done.
It was fun. It was fun.
Done.
Awesome Kong needs to get the hell out of that ring too. I'm sorry, this is not the Awesome Kong of 2010. This is not the Awesome Kong that put on great matches with Gail Kim. This is a broke down.
Gail Kim and the rest of the Impact. It wasn't just Gail Kim.
Yeah, this is a broke down past her prime. She need to go home, take care of that baby, cause the Awesome Kong's horrible in that ring. This Melody chick, this ball chick. I'm sorry, we've seen that already. They did it better with CM Punk. Did it better.
But you have yet to just discuss the match in itself, though. You know, we're hearing a lot of
that.
How many stars would you give that match, Brian?
-5 stars.
-5.
All right, that's how I do it on the Botchmania.
The ref should be fired.
We'll get to that in just a second, Jen.
Yeah, we got more.
The referee should be fired because I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Want me to tell you what he was doing?
You know what? Fuck this. In self-defense of that, what the fuck was that Rey Mysterio fucking Andrade bullshit at the end?
I agree with
I
that.
got
too.
defense. That's my shield right there.
Hold on.
You might have had a bad segment.
Hold on.
AEW did this on purpose. What the fuck
Hold
was
on.
WWE doing?
Hold on.
Mimicking AEW?
Conspiracy theory.
Hold on. Hold on.
What was WWE doing?
Did he just Trump us?
He
Did he
did.
just Donald fucking Trump us? Did you just blame Barack Obama for that bullshit?
AEW did it on purpose. WWE WWE Jamboree.
How you gonna flip it? Twist it and reverse it on us?
Fuck that.
That was great. That was good.
Look over there. Look over there.
Chewbacca is a Wookiee. Wookiees don't come from Andor.
Look at the little monkey.
Remember
It don't have sense.
United States title match. United States. You can clearly hear the referee.
You must
go back outside. Go back outside. You can hear me clear the ref.
I'm sorry.
Tell Rey Mysterio. Go back outside.
Is Rey Mysterio and Andrade, are they currently in AEW?
Can we touch on that later, though?
Right after this.
We will talk on that right
That's my
after this.
self-defense. That's my kung fu.
Right,
my kung fu is stronger than your kung fu. You are being blocked. Block.
So what you're saying, Eddie, is right now you are pleading the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
All right, can I jump in on this Riho Statlander thing?
Hey, Corey, did you do that while we're live?
But that shit was bad.
But really quick, I have a lot.
That shit was so bad that even Britt was sitting there like, man, that shit.
She's like, I don't even want to put my hands like this.
Man, that should have gone to NXT.
There were so many things wrong with that match.
Let's just go with number one.
Why the fuck was Brandy on commentary?
2.
Why the fuck did the Nightmare Collective have to be involved in this match?
3.
Why the fuck is Riho so goddamn strong?
4.
Hold on, I'm gonna stay on that one for a second.
Okay.
Because number 4 would be the botch ending and the worst roll up I have ever seen in my life. Baron Corbin would have kicked out of that one. All right, and we all know how Baron Corbin is with roll ups.
I love what Vic says.
What do you say?
How about Excalibur? This guy makes J.R. Schiavone look dumb when he points
Done.
at people. Nobody else knows
What?
but
Done.
him.
What?
It's
Done.
Luther.
What?
Done.
This better not be a spoiler.
Done. That's Corey's message that he sent to us. Done. Just done.
Oh shit, that's great.
The hard R.
Gabe Jackson's gonna get into this match a little bit more.
Done.
But no, I'm sorry. Riho looks way too fucking strong in my opinion. All right.
You keep reminding she's 98 pounds.
She is not. Let me remind you guys.
She is a Super Saiyan.
She must be. There must be.
She is a Sailor Moon character.
There must be a reason why Kenny Omega is the best bout machine because he's got to put in work to destroy that little 98 pounder. But I'm sorry, no.
That's why Kenny's match has been lackluster. She's been wearing out Kenny.
Wearing his ass out.
Now I give Kenny a pass, man.
Right, there you go. See,
Little
Riho excuse, all right?
Little Riho's been wearing him out.
She taught his ass up. She goes, I'm gonna send your ass back to Winnipeg. But
the one winged angel on her 98-pound ass.
And she kicked out.
We call it the hucklebuck in the hood.
And she kicked out.
no, I'm sorry. There comes a point in time in pro wrestling where there's realism that needs to be involved. And I'm going to touch on this with NXT too, because there's a move that I saw that kind of annoyed me as a fan.
Was it worse than that match?
No, was it not at all. It wasn't
okay.
worse than that, but the spot itself did bug me. There comes a point in time where you gotta have some
United States title match.
You gotta have some type of fucking realism in
bringing
that.
that up because we're talking about your company
All right,
now.
so you mean to tell me, right? This 98-pound little Asian woman, and this like 5'9",
Real Lesnar,
jacked up, looking like a sexy bodybuilder in Chris Statlander. This girl was hitting her with every fucking move, was slamming her, was chucking her, was hitting her with finish after finish after finish. Riho kicks out at everything.
Yo, is that rope-a-dope?
Nyla Rose, same thing. Powerbombing her ass, chucking her ass out the ring. Riho eats everything. She's a fucking juggernaut in Call of Duty. That's what she has become. This girl can't get hurt.
Riho smash!
Riho smash. She's this big. Like, itty bit. The boy's bigger than her.
I can't say this enough, dude. I cannot buy into Rio just due to the fact that she's so fucking tiny.
She's itty bit.
You are smaller than Alexa Bliss. I can't put you as a powerhouse.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax, right? So you mean to tell me Alexa Bliss is sitting there getting her ass whipped by Nia Jax? Nia Jax hit her with her fucking Samoan drop. Is she kicking out of that?
Nah.
Probably not. Let alone two of them.
She's probably...
Riho's kicking out at one.
Yeah, that's right. She no-sold that shit. Like, she was the Fiend. Riho is the Asian Fiend.
She is the Fiend.
She is the Asian Fiend.
Let her in.
Let her in. Like, seriously, this little girl can take so much fucking punch. She's like Stretch Armstrong. You can fucking take her, put her head back here, twist her arms around, put her foot in her ass, and she'll still kick out.
I know
there's something wrong with this.
I know she can't kick out of
what?
This work. That was a fucking horrible match. Horrible. I'm sorry, Eddie. You said last week the honeymoon period is over.
Who the fuck is Luther?
FMW deathmatch wrestler.
Thank you.
That is... Who's... That's what happens when you hire your friends.
Just seriously, though.
That's what happens when you hire your friends.
Seriously though. First of all, the match against Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose can literally wipe her ass with fucking Riho and still need a little bit more toilet paper. This little girl, and I'm sorry, man.
Oh my god.
What?
You stopped the joke right there.
What?
I thought there was going to be more. Continue.
About what?
Nothing. Before we get in trouble.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Oh no.
Don't be depressed about your weight.
This is a letter people day. This is a letter people day. Letter people list day, I should say. However, now getting back to this horrible fucking match.
Yes, Gabe, I did.
Now my thing is, I got tired of flipping back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So what I do now is I watch all of NXT or all of AEW, then I just flip to the next one. You know what I mean? And I watch them both in its entirety. Now I opened up fucking. I opened up on NXT, and I was putting this.
I just heard that.
I was putting this in the group chat because ourselves and Codex Prime have our group chat that we do behind the scenes, whatever. And I'm putting it dudes, fucking NXT started off hot with that whole Rhea Ripley, and then all the 3 contestants and then
Rhea needs mic work.
She does.
Only problem.
She does.
Only
she
problem
does.
I see in her right now. She needs mic work.
But as far as that goes, and not to mention Tony Storm came out and. I love that cameraman. That cameraman knew exactly what he was doing. All right, let's just put it like that. Now, as far as that goes, I heard I think it was you that was basically like, what the fuck was that?
What happened was I was a little delayed on watching AEW, so I go on Facebook before I turn it on. Gabe Jackson is posting, and we're gonna have more from Gabe later on, but he started posting about the match, and I was like, what happened? He goes, text me the moment you see what happens. And the moment I saw what happened, I was like, what the fuck did I just see? But continue.
But so I was like, it can't be that. So I watched AEW in its entirety, and we, not to mention that the fact that this meme was right, and that we got the same storyline 3 times in one night. There was also that bullshit. And that bullshit, I hate to say this, I know AEW won the week, but that should have cost them.
Wait a minute. You want to talk about the same storyline 3 times in one night? How about the same storyline 3 times on one SmackDown? Return.
That's not a storyline.
It's the same thing 3 times on one show.
No.
Block.
That's going to be Eddie's new shirt.
But are we not going to say that? No,
deflect.
Here's what I mean about the same storyline in 3 times in one night. And it wasn't me, so I can't take credit for this. Because once I realized it too, I was like, that is true. All right, Christopher Daniels. What was his angle on Wednesday night?
He can't hit an Arabian press. And then he was supposed to join the Dark Order.
Okay. Then we got Chris Statlander in that terrible last match. What was one of the storylines for that?
Her joining the Nightmare Collective.
And
well, technically, Brandy was screaming she doesn't want her anymore.
Yeah, now she doesn't want her anymore.
I mean, after that match, I wouldn't want her either. Now we're going to go over to the last one, and that is with Jon Moxley. What was his?
Him joining the Inner Circle.
Oh, everybody knew that wasn't.
First of all, fuck that. That shit was hot.
That shit was great.
That shit was great.
I ain't gonna lie, that was good. I mean, they kind of gave it away after like the 5th minute. They're in the ring celebrating. They joined the group. I kind of got the hint, but no, that was a good swerve.
I did like it. I liked it. But first of all, I'm mad. The reason I'm mad at Moxley, I'm not bad for changing subjects and skipping forward. But the reason I'm mad at Moxley is. Did he give the keys back?
No, he got the keys and took the keys. He was in the audience like this.
He waited till he got the keys, then he turned.
Yeah.
He got the fucking car.
He got the
car first.
Oh, okay.
That was Spear come with that fucking beautiful car.
Oh my God, that damn! Yo, I watched that offer again just so I can see that car.
That car was beautiful.
That car is gorgeous.
Daddy Khan got money.
Oh my
Daddy Khan got money.
We saw what that. We already talked about that car last week. That car is just instantly pull up and panties disappear. They don't even drop.
Like I said, South Park.
But let's give Eddie his due, and let's go on over to that Rey Mysterio versus Andrade match. Where Rey Mysterio... and I gotta get this. Before Eddie shits on it. Rey Mysterio botched the ending. Rey Mysterio got back into the ring that he was not supposed to. And the referee was telling him that.
I don't know. I'm more on the ref fucked up than Ray.
The referee was
The referees in WWE are trained to put everything as a shoot.
Yeah.
But you can clearly see the referee pull Andrade off.
Yes.
Tell him to go off to the side. And then as he's pushing Ray out the ring, he's like, go back outside and sell that.
Yeah. That was more the ref.
Even my girl who was watching it, who does not like wrestling, was like, they fucked up.
Yeah.
She was like,
he literally had him set up for the hammerlock, and the referee pulled Ray off of him. Like,
and she said it. She's like, you can hear the ref telling him go outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's outside, like, just, what do you want me to do? Like, oh my God.
No, he got he had to sell that.
And then goes back in the ring immediately to a hammerlock DDT. And you can clearly see the referee explain to Andrade what's going on, because Andrade's like, what the fuck are you doing?
And not for nothing, I fucking hate it, because that match was
fire.
That match was so fucking good.
And the referee, maybe somebody, I want to say Vince, somebody backstage was in his ear. No. Go with the closing segment.
Yeah.
Go with what we wrote out instead of shooting it, because he should have right then and there hammerlock DDT, pin, end. They should have gone for the shoot.
They should just let the match end.
That looked bad.
Big Swole can see us, Gabe, so she can read that herself.
Shoot your shot, young man. Even though
she can read your comment, bro.
Even though Alexander's you're gonna get a lung blower.
Hey, Gabe, he hits the gym too. He works out.
Yeah, hit back done.
Yeah.
But AEW did theirs on purpose. What was the excuse?
I'm sorry, that was the weakest roll up I've ever fucking seen.
Could you even call that a roll up?
You mean to tell me
she kind of fell.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me that 100 and I'm gonna just estimate this, right? Based on the thickness. Chris Statlander is somewhere between 130 and 175. We'll throw that gap range right there.
All right, now can we? Now, if we take off the lower half.
If we're taking out the lower, I mean the top half is still kind of heavy too.
Yeah, true.
But you know what I mean? Like Chris Statlander ain't a little girl. Okay, she's probably one of the biggest, if not the tallest, largest.
She probably weighs as much as Charlotte Flair.
Way more than Charlotte Flair. She's bigger than Charlotte. Like weight wise, like, and I'm not saying that in a fat way. I'm talking about like she's jacked.
What the fuck is she?
No, she's thicker.
Yeah, she's thicker.
She's thicker than frozen oatmeal. I know. She yes.
Yeah, no, but no, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you mean to tell me that this chick got pinned by a little kid? With all due respect, Riho, the boy's bigger than her.
Well, you know, I watched. Yeah, I got none.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no defending that, man.
Nick, come on, leave the alphabet people alone.
And I'll be fair right here. Remember I told you something? It was something on NXT that drove me nuts too. The Fatal Four-Way for the #1 contendership for the United States Championship. There was a move in that match. Like I said, I'm going to be fair because as somebody who studied wrestling and all this stuff, there are certain things that make sense, certain things that don't make sense. There is no fucking way in hell that Cameron Grimes can hit a Spanish fly on Keith Lee while he's running towards him. That, to me, as beautiful as it looked, as clean as it looked, as awesome as it is, that should not happen. There is no way in hell a guy who's probably 200 pounds can take a guy who's 3-something and flip him around and pin his ass. To me, I call bullshit on that move. That's the only thing I can say about
that. You hit the bullshit button?
I'm hitting the bullshit button on that one. There's certain bullshit move. Like, there's no way in hell that Daniel Bryan is doing a stalling suplex with Brock Lesnar over his fucking head. There's no way in hell Cameron Grimes can do a flippy thing with Keith Lee.
That bullshit button is only for emergency situations. I don't know if this is an emergency situation.
Not an emergency situation, but I see you. I see what you're doing, Hunter. I see you. But yeah, no, I call bullshit on that too. I'm going to be fair. But NXT was fire.
Eddie,
overall.
have fun at it.
What do you want me to say? WWE botched the fuck out of that Rey Mysterio Andrade match. The whole removing of the mask thing looked like it was ad-libbed.
I'm with you on that, and that should be a stipulation.
That's it. That whole thing looked ad-libbed as fuck. It looked like they just threw that in there afterwards. Okay, it looks like we're getting the mask versus hair thing going. Probably for WrestleMania.
Most likely, yeah. I don't think they're gonna do it at the Rumble.
Yeah, that'd be Rey Mysterio's swan song at that point, because what other reason besides Vince tells him you don't re-sign, we're gonna treat your son like shit.
Mm-hmm. And Vic, no, the match was fucking awesome, but there come certain times in pro wrestling where you got to think logically. Like I said, there shouldn't be any reason why a guy like Daniel Bryan can hold a Brock Lesnar up in the air in a stalling suplex for 30 seconds and then drop him. like physically.
That's why.
Do it?
That's why I miss No Mercy, the game.
I love that game. I gotta know.
But you had to beat him up first. You had to beat him up first.
Yeah.
You got to wear him down.
Yeah.
You got to wear him down.
You gotta beat him down.
Now you can't. Now you can't even attempt it because the second you try with a little guy, it's like, oh my bad.
You're like, I can't do it. But
Well, if
it's
you're playing
surrealist.
WWE 2K20, you might
can't even
suplex
do it.
him into like Atari.
Well, if you suplex him in a ring, you probably fall into like the dark underworld. You be chilling with Hornswoggle.
Yeah, that game's bad.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I'm not risking the money on it.
That game is bad.
That game's bad. Bad.
I give on that one.
Hey,
I
you
tap
listen,
on that
man.
one.
Listen, stick to Impact Wrestling if you want to play horrible wrestling games. It's that.
At least the engine works.
Really, really quick about Impact Wrestling. The game wasn't bad. It was boring.
You what? Like you fucking.
Hold on.
That game was fucking terrible.
Okay, no. It wasn't.
It was awful.
I will stand on this, right? The game wasn't terrible. The X Division match was fun. The smoothness and the movements of the players was good. The problem was everybody had the same 6 moves.
Which makes it a terrible game.
I mean, you can stand by that.
Even Pro Wrestling and regular Nintendo, each character had different moveset.
Some people say potato, some people say potato. Tomato. I'm sorry, the game was limited and the story mode was
Some people like raisins in their potato salad. Some people don't.
Some people like apples in their potato salad. Which
Nobody
I found
need
out
that
is
much salt
actually
in their
pretty
potato
fucking
salad
good.
with it.
How many white people?
No, that's a Puerto Rican thing.
Well, I ain't never
Apples
seen.
and potato salad.
If I ever saw a Puerto Rican put apples in a potato salad, man, I'm walking out that place.
I've never tried that.
I'm taking a case. I'm taking a case of Coronas and I'm leaving.
This is compensation.
Wasting my time.
It's actually not that. And I found out that meatballs with jelly in it is not that bad.
What?
Yeah, stew meatballs with a little bit of jelly in the sauce. Anyway, it's really not that bad. But anyway.
Complain about pineapples on pizza.
Nah, it doesn't belong.
Did you see kiwi on pizza? Somebody posted a photo of a pizza with kiwi.
If somebody shows me a picture or a pizza in front of me with kiwi on it, I might punch it.
I like kiwi. I like pizza. I don't want them together.
Some things just don't belong to fucking together.
Yeah,
Some
you
just
Like Riho's and World Championships.
like fucking White Claw and stomachs. Like it just shouldn't be.
Shout out to EC3 who's going to be part of White Claw.
I mean, he has to do something.
Yeah. Well, shit, he got a podcast now. Him and fucking Drake Maverick got one on YouTube.
And when they shout us out, we'll shout them out.
I'm not going to say the name of it, but they have one. So if you care to research, there you go.
When this white kid here says, "Hey guys, we'll give you guys a check. Just put our brand on there."
They can have a podcast as long as you got
We'll do
wife
it.
on there.
But see, until then, this will. Oh shit! You can kind of see what it is. Until then, this will just
Speaking
be a
of
white
which,
kid.
Eddie, I might need another one.
And this is what record.
Get away from Oprah.
We actually like your product too. We might actually speak better than Carl and Victor spoke about those headphones until they found out that they didn't need to do it anymore. You know?
You know what I miss doing? Can I just do it one time?
It's free shipping in the USA.
Free shipping in the USA. That was
Gotta do it in your sexy voice. But before we get to the prediction, I'm gonna say prediction, because you and Carl kind of did the whole how you would book it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do Royal Rumble.
Or do you want to save that and do the burial of the week since we're about an hour?
burials?
All right. Well, I wasn't ready. You can't come in.
I didn't say put it on screen. I said burials.
Valid point. Valid point. So whenever you're ready.
Okay. And indulge. Eddie, you want to do the intro? Go ahead.
No, that's your thing.
No, you do it.
That's your thing.
No, you do it.
That's your stick.
Ah, damn it. All right, we at the UWO, we are known for a couple of things. We're known about talking wrestling, and we're known about doing these things called Burials of the Week, which we do on a weekly basis. We take someone's talent. We're not saying your career is over. What we're just saying is that at this particular moment, you can, Brian.
Get that ass in the hole.
Do better was your line.
I'm sorry.
Do better. We gotta work on that.
I apologize. First one, I had half a mouthful of beer.
Anybody remember the guy at the end of the Dunkin' Donuts commercials that used to go really, really fast? I think he's trying to catch it.
Okay, soda.
Chocolate latte.
Blockbuster.
But we do have a special burial of the week, though. We do have
And
someone.
before we get into ours,
You want to let him do his because it kind of piggybacks off the last topic we were just talking about.
it is a celebrity appearance on the burials of the week. And we say celebrities because to us, you guys in the comments are celebrities.
You guys are the real MVP.
And he's a welcome guest on the couch.
Yes.
Oh,
Come, take a seat with us.
boy, did y'all get y'all asses.
Gabe, come on over.
Where?
We got space.
Damn.
We got space.
I got a quick question though.
Yeah.
Before we do this, because
We put up a
if you
better
guys haven't
fight.
figured out, this is Gabe's burial, and I got a quick question. They were talking about how great Ryan Tannehill was doing, right? He had 78 yards passing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because you mean the fucking juggernaut who's his running back?
It's literally the fucking juggernaut.
Did you hear his stats in fucking high school?
Yeah.
Chisel down his that shit down.
He even had enough graciousness or kindness to pass for a touchdown as well.
This motherfucker ran for 12,000 yards in high school.
So let's give Babe his moment.
Yes.
And by the way, god damn. Put it on the screen.
All right, Mr. Gabe Jackson, this is all you, brother.
Hey, y'all, this is Gabe Jackson, here for my Burial of the Week. Yes, I know the guys from UW Podcast usually don't say have to say in the comments because they just be that damn savage. And guess what? I ain't going to stop. So sue me. Actually, no, because I wouldn't really have shit to give you anyway. But still, yeah. So for this week, I have 2 burials. First burial, Brandy Rhodes. Get your motherfucking ass off TV. Why the hell are you up there still trying to take the damn spotlight when you suck at everything else besides...
By the way, we haven't watched this yet.
Just so you know,
I haven't even watched it yet.
But literally, you suck as a wrestler. That's why NXT released your ass. You suck at managing women's division because I saw rumors somewhere that the reason Kyrie Ray left wasn't all because of her freaking spinal issue. It was really because you were talking shit behind her back and she found out and there was a rift between you two. So for that, your ass gotta go. Oh, not to mention, third of all, you suck as a fucking heel. What the hell was that bullshit on commentary this past Wednesday night during the women's championship match? The best shit you could come up with was literally calling Excalibur Exhibit and saying shit like, why are you always wearing that mask? Are you really that ugly? Oh, here's the best part. Awesome Kong and Mel come out to the ring. Mel, Kong, what are you doing? I don't know why they're out here. You know damn well freaking why they're out there. Because Chris Stapp rejected your ass to the freaking, to go into the Nightmare Collective and your bitch ass is salty about it. So let me tell you something. Get your ass in the back. Stay with the fuck what you've been doing best, which is freaking banging Cody, since he's your husband and all, which you probably suck at that. Matter of fact, you probably couldn't even fake a fucking orgasm probably if you like, depending on that bullshit. And just let the experienced people do what the fuck they're supposed to do. You suck. Your ass. You ain't shit. Keep your ass off TV because obviously you can't handle the spotlight. Well, you probably can, but I guess you're such a motherfucking prima donna that you figured you always got to freaking have some sort of limelight in whatever fucking aspect, even if it's just as a freaking bitch ass manager, which you're probably going to suck at that as well. Stay the fuck off TV. That's all I got to say. Secondly, AEW, get that fucking belt off Riho. Why she still has that belt beats me. Maybe it's because she's blowing Kenny Omega's balls harder than the freaking Kota Ibushi ever did when he was in Japan. Who the fuck knows? Seriously. Why she still has that belt beats me. She was gone for a month from, I guess, sometime close to Thanksgiving all the way until late December. Why? Was it because she was taking matches in Japan? Was it because she was learning her English more? Why? How the fuck are you supposed to have a freaking champion not wrestle for a full fucking month and not tell anybody any damn reasons? I get it, they're not obligated, but still, let the fucking fans know what is going on before you have her pulling freaking Brock Lesnar and bullshit. Okay? I don't know if it's because of backstage politics, which is everybody gets shit on WWE for pushing the wrong motherfucking people because Vince doesn't like them. I don't know. Get that belt off her. You mean to tell me people like Hikaru Shida, B. Priestley, freaking Shayna, or Chris Statlander don't deserve that belt? Really? That's some bullshit. Only thing I can say is that what the fuck are you thinking, okay? That's some bullshit. Get that belt off her. She's not believable. Not to mention she can't cut. Apparently they're not gonna let her cut a fucking promo for whatever the damn reason. Because that's 2 times when she was about to give her promo, she's been interrupted. Once by Nyla Rose when she beat her ass. Second by Britt Baker. Get that damn belt off her. Ran over. See you guys.
Mr. Jackson, good shit.
Couple of questions.
Yes,
Kid from Texas, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Where the fuck is his accent?
Maybe he moved there. He is a Ravens fan.
I don't know. But he brought out some pretty interesting points.
Good shit, by the way. Thank you.
Maybe
About time.
Maybe she is blowing him a little better.
Yeah. Sucky. Love time. Sorry for the racism. This racism's killing me.
Them Asian people are known to swallow things whole.
We're gonna stop there. All right. So, yeah. Wow. Damn, bro.
By the way, y'all keep the burials of the week coming. We love them. Trust me, I got another one from Rinaldi on deck. I'm holding on to it. I just want to see how many other people keep sending them since we got 2 back to back this week. But please, if you want to send them in, hit us up. We'll give you the info on where to send it. It's uwopod401@gmail.com, or just holler at us. We'll direct you there. Good shit, Gabe. I enjoyed it.
So, you got one?
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling that Rey Mysterio's match is...
No. I'm gonna actually do you one better.
Okay.
I'm going to kill your childhood.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to kill
Leave my childhood alone.
I'm going to kill your memory of the Monday Night Wars.
Oh boy, go ahead.
Can we please, WWE, AEW, listen up. Get these 2 old fucks off commentary. JR and the King need to be taken out to the back and done old Yellow style.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna do this. I ain't done this in a while.
We need to take these 2 men in the back and just, I'm sorry, boy, but it's time to go. Because this is getting ridiculous. JR is all over the fucking place. Half the times he doesn't even remember what the fuck is going on. I love you, JR. You were the voice growing up, but dude, you're done. You are done. Your years have caught up. You just all over the place. And Jerry the King fucking Lawler, you are not qualified to help hold down a 2-man booth with Vic. I am still wearing fucking training pants here.
Yeah.
Joseph. Okay, poor Big Joseph try to carry Monday Night Raw and Jerry the King Lawler's
He's
old.
trying.
He's trying hard and he's failing because Jerry Lawler's all over the place too. 1 minute he's a heel, 1 minute he's a tweener, 1 minute he's a face. The King doesn't know what the fuck he's doing out there anymore neither. Okay, he literally out there talking about, I just need this paycheck that coming in. I got this alimony to make. Mm-hmm. You know, I got a lot of ex-wives to pay. So Jerry holding on because he need that money. He need that check. Jim, we know you don't need that check, man. We know you good. We know you are a smart man. You are set. Get the fuck off commentary. Take your ass in the back. Help the new. Get Taz on fucking AEW. Why the fuck is Taz not replacing JR? I don't understand.
I swear I said that a long time ago.
Who since day one said JR doesn't belong there?
But who?
I was willing to give JR. Listen, I was willing to give JR the benefit of the doubt at the beginning because he was out for a while. He had to get to know all this stuff again and everything. He had to relearn these new guys. He was used to a WWE style of commentating and everything.
Roman's the GOAT.
But at this point in time, time's up. Time to get out there. Because it's literally got to the point with JR sometimes you could just hear it in his voice. He does not give a fuck. He is all over the place. He is just lost. Okay? He is just like, Okay, it's hurting Tony Schiavone. Okay, if anything, Tony should be in the middle right there. He should be... You should hear his voice.
Honestly,
because it's hurting him right now. Excalibur is not growing at all.
Excalibur, I feel like is stepping back because of JR.
Yeah, he's literally going backwards. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's embarrassing when he's mentioning a new appearance by somebody. Excalibur's like he knows his person. JR's like,
yeah.
It's literally sounding like he's not clued in at all. Like he just got there that day. Got there 10 minutes before the show came on the air and just started talking.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're not involved backstage. You're not involved in the production meetings. You're not involved in the setup and everything. Like, you're literally out there like,
I stand by what I said. Excalibur and Taz in the commentary booth. Tony Schiavone interviews people. To me, it works.
But it's time. Get the hook. Get that long ass hook and just pull them off stage. Exit stage left. Both these guys, they were great in their time. They are past their prime. They are done. Lawler cannot be. Lawler's trying to be the Lawler that he was, censored. And he sounds like a buffoon. Okay, poor Vic Joseph's out there like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
That'll never happen again, Nick.
Poor Vic's out there like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my job. It's only a matter of time until I get a phone call from Michael Cole talking about you off, bitch, you out. It's like, what the fuck? You know? Poor Shivani's out there like, at least I'm getting this paycheck.
Shivani pops every time there's a tope suicida, and I love it. Love it. He plays to it. He's like, fuck yeah, I'm in.
And Excalibur's doing his best to call out the moves, and JR's like forgetting the moves.
JR's correcting him on moves, which annoys the shit out of me because he'll call something a Hurricanrana and he's like, oh, it's Frankenstein. Or it's the name of the move that the person named, because we all know a suplex isn't a suplex unless somebody changes the name of it. Excalibur's calling it by what that person wants it to be called. JR's correcting. Oh, no, it's not a lariat, it's a clothesline. It's like, no, you're not in WWE anymore. People
exactly. He is so like lost out there. It's sad to see. It's sad to hear. Like I cringed half the time at the commentary on both shows. It's like, did they really just say that shit? Like, are they really? It's like it's so awkward when when Shivani's trying to plug something and JR's like, okay, or when they're about to go to commercial and JR's just mumbling away onto the commercial break. It's like,
and I told you,
this is not the good old JR we used to remember.
And I told you this before, and shout out to Cultaholic because they watch it on the Fight app or whatever. The Fight app, you know how they have the picture-in-picture during the commercials and stuff. You know how we miss a lot of things, like there's stuff going on and we don't hear it. The Fight app airs everything from the live feed or whatever, so you hear.
Sammy trying to shoot a shot with somebody.
Yo, Sammy Guevara keeps shooting your shot, but yeah, by the way,
keep that shot, young man.
Keep going.
We agree, young man.
I don't know who the thirst is for next week, but keep on doing it, Sammy. But no, Fight TV during the commercial breaks airs what goes on, and they actually get the live. Like I said, they get the live feed. There are times during the live feed where JR is talking shit about the matches during commercial, and you can hear it clearly on Fight TV. To the point where I'm gonna watch it on Fight TV this week just to verify this, because I'm hearing that he's talking. He's like, "Oh, that match fucking blew." And he's just talking so much shit.
We on his podcast that called an ending segment for the company he works for, the drizzling shits.
Yeah, like what are you doing? I'm sorry,
like if I was Cody and Tony, I'd be like, dude,
I said
we already got blasted by everybody. We didn't need the fuck.
I said this from day one. JR does not fit that commentary table, and I stand by that. And I'm happy you guys are starting to see it. Because it's not entertaining. JR does nothing for me when it comes to AEW.
And at this point, Cody's looking bad because and Tony's looking bad because Tony, he's around our age. He's like,
yeah, he's like 34, 35.
Yeah, so he grew up with that same voice. So that's why he's like, this is the guy I grew up listening to during the Monday Night Wars, because we all know Tony Khan is a fanboy. This is why he wanted to do this.
Yeah,
and Cody's doing it because he loves JR. JR is somebody who was good friends with his father and everything. Mm-hmm. He has it's like when he brought in Arn Anderson because of his father and everything. But at one point in time, both Tony and Cody got to sit down and be like, listen, we got to stop looking through this through rose-colored glasses. We got to get this man off the commentary booth. Get him backstage, help the new commentators, support backstage.
You know what you do with him? Here's a good example. Remember WCW? When they used to do Nitro, remember the first hour you had one commentary team, and the second hour you had a second commentary team? Do that.
I wouldn't even go as far as that. I just get them off for that period. Maybe do some specials. Maybe do vintages in the back, like interviews with wrestlers and stuff like that. Do something different with him.
I'm gonna point out what Nick Thomas just said about that JR mainly his commentary works best when it's a Cody or Kenny match. Because, like he said, Cody and Kenny matches are a lot longer. They drawn out. You get to see more of the wrestling.
Yeah, he totally can't keep up with a Bucks match.
Yeah,
he can't keep up with this new high flying, fast paced style that some of these guys do.
Agreed.
Like he needs that slow paced, slow methodical stuff that he was used to back in the day.
Is it my turn yet? Is it your turn?
No, it's your turn.
Would you like to go
you
first?
control this. Because mine's not wrestling related.
Good, I'll go.
Okay, go for it.
So, somebody who has been buried by me before.
They get a Hall of Fame jacket.
defending Kenny for now?
What'd he do?
He defended that bullshit. That fucking Rio match against Chris Statlander on Twitter and said, fans in heaven and pit. Fuck that. That match was fucking garbage and you know it. Okay. You could say, and I quote, this wasn't our best work, we can get better. You could even have kept your fucking mouth shut. But coming at us fans because you just force-fed us that bullshit, get your ass in this fucking hole. You know damn well that match was fucking terrible. Horrible. Horrific. Waste of time. AEW's out of their fucking honeymoon period, right? Trash! That shit should be in the burial hall of fucking fame and you know it. And you got the audacity to go ahead and tell us that we're wrong for telling you how fucking bad and how much unappreciated we have been with that bullshit that you have just given us, and you had the fucking... Yes.
You drooled on me.
Sorry.
Okay.
So, go ahead. Defend that bullshit. I dare you to save this Super Save 2 hoes. Matter of fact, Super Save Riho. Go ahead.
As far as we know, I don't. She probably.
Eddie.
She has no gag reflex.
The only thing that's worse on Twitter.
That's all I can say. She has no gag reflex, so he has no choice but to defend.
Dude, you could have just said, and thanks for your opinion. You could have said, we probably will get better.
Listen,
we're still. I would have even took. We are still building.
Pussy has made men do really dumb things in history. Okay, Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar.
Roman's the GOAT, George.
Empires have fallen because of pussy. The Trojans. Okay? We all...
Trojan man.
Right.
Well, then you are...
Pussy has brought down empire.
Well, then you are the worst businessman ever because you're letting pussy destroy a company you're trying to build. Because this company, if this is the highlight of your company, the thing that you are in charge of making the highlight and the limelight, this is your job title. As fuck, if you're running a portion of a fucking wrestling federation...
Well, no fairness.
If you are...
no fairness, Cody's letting his wife do whatever she wants.
How many times have we buried fucking Brandy? We will turn off the TV because Brandy's on TV. No. And Cody has never gone on Twitter and say, fuck all of you guys, my wife is great in the ring. This is your fault.
He knows it's bullshit.
Are you kidding me?
He knows it's bullshit.
Dude, the only thing that Cody...
She already got a ring on it, so...
The only thing that Cody does when it comes to Brandy on social media is goes on her page and says, yeah, she's a sexy motherfucker.
He tweets
That's pretty much it.
He literally will tweet, take her tweet and be like, boobs.
Dude. Kenny fucking Mega. I know I call you overrated, and that tweet wasn't even overrated. That tweet was outright offensive. How in the blue fuck are you gonna say that you're gonna condemn us for the bullshit that you gave us? That is a female fucking trait. You piss us off and get mad that it worked. That shit is fucking horrible. Kenny, get for the third time when I have this fucking segment control. Get your ass in that hole for that bullshit. Brian, it's your turn.
Okay. My burial is not wrestling related, and I just want to preface this by saying I didn't watch the game.
She takes the One Ring Angel every night. What are you expecting to say?
He loves to hear
Kenneth L. Omega. That is right.
He loves hearing her battle cry. But no, my burial of the week is football related.
She dresses up like Ibushi.
She got boxes and cuts the fuck. She wears the pants in that relationship if he goes on Twitter and
she wears underwears with dick.
Rio didn't even fucking defend that shit. She was like, nah,
she said, I'm going back to Japan.
Yeah, you know what? My visa expired.
She said, I'll go back to Japan.
I think she might have tweeted out a character or something. We don't know what the hell it says.
A fucking trash can, because that match was fucking terrible. That match is... dude, I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you on this. That was
so fucking sorry. But I would rather watch that Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton and fucking Sister Abigail match when they try to do the fucking final deletion before I will watch that shit, okay? I will watch 300 Roman Reigns versus number 14. I will watch 10 fucking thousand times over Brandy versus fucking Britt. Dude, that match was terrible. That match was awful. Dude, Lars Sullivan is fucking laughing at that shit.
Lars Sullivan's not a bad wrestler, by the way.
Thank you for getting the heat off me.
Yeah.
That is what Lars Sullivan... Dude, that match was terrible. Tessa Blanchard's match on Twitter... Excuse me, Lynch's tweet can only be topped by Kenny Omega's tweet defending that bullshit. That was worse than somebody being outed as a fucking racist. That match was fucking terrible. That match was mediocre as fuck. If you team perfection, that match was mediocre. At 1,000, there is not a fan in that audience that felt like he got his money worth because of that match. You have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to continue to talk about it. Why would you even bring that match up? You could have been like, well, what you need to do is look out for our next pay-per-view, our next event. Not defend that bullshit. We don't want to think about that shit again. We don't want to relive that fucking match. We are sitting here in order to discuss. You won't even fucking talk about it. You want to talk about Rey Mysterio and Andrade, and you're the head of the militia. You're the fucking...
You have spoken.
What?
Pussy's a hell of a drug.
This is supposed to be my burial now.
I'm sorry, continue.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Are you sure?
I'm done.
No bullets left in the chamber.
No, there's still some bullets left. I let them off easy.
Okay, don't worry. My burial is going to be quick.
Okay.
Bill O'Brien.
Was it worse than that fucking match?
I don't know.
Okay.
But they pulled in Atlanta Falcons today. You were up 24-0.
Well, they lost this in the first half.
And you lost.
Yeah.
You were up 24-0.
Why would you put that image in anybody's head?
You were the away team. You were up 24-0 and lost. I'm done. That's all I gotta say.
You know what?
24 points. That's 3 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah.
And they lost.
And blew out. And blew out.
L.
And blew out too.
They
let this team put out 50. 24-0. You let them score 50.
They scored 50? I don't even know the final score.
31.
I was driving home, literally, Eddie, I was heading back to the station, right? And I put on sports radio. I'm like, all right, I'm listening to my podcast stuff all day and listen to some sports. Bill O'Brien, the head coach of the Houston Texans. Dominique, where you at? Sure Peoples. Blew a 24-0.
She's still cussing on her TV.
Lead.
She's still cussing on her TV.
24-0. If you're up 24 points, you should have this sewn up, right? There should be no way in fucking hell the team you're playing against in about 2 quarters and a couple minutes drop 51 on you unanswered. I'm just throwing that out there.
And Nick, I'll see you that and raise you one more. Nyla Rose as enforcer.
I'll see that and raise all of you guys a replay of Chris Statlander versus Rio. The volume totally up.
Can I add one?
Go ahead.
Brandy, a special referee.
Oh, yes. Oh,
there we go.
Let's see, you got 2 referees. That's duality.
All right, so that's Burials of the Week. And you said you want to get into this?
Should we get into the Royal Rumble or the Rio Rumble? Okay, we're done. All right, no more Rio. No more Rio, Barry. But damn.
The moment I said that Dominique hops in the check, I'm not a Texas fan. Good. Because they lost. They lost a 24-0 lead.
Well, in their defense.
How? It's the playoffs.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
We're in the playoffs.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
This ain't regular season.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
This isn't preseason.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Playoffs.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Playoffs?
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Talk about the playoffs?
Somebody's tablet had that Rio Statlander match.
Yeah, they must have started watching that. Like, you believe this shit?
However,
they see what happened was they botched that lead like Andrade and Rey Mysterio botched their ending of their match.
Eddie is reaching for straws right now. Blah 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 blah. All right, well, Mr. Jackman, you know the famous words.
Put it on the screen.
All right, Brock Lesnar is entering number 1 in the Royal Rumble this year. Really quick. For those of you guys who missed it, me and Mr. Carl Bird were inspired by Bully Ray from Busted Open, and Bully gave us our little thing, and we decided to book the entire Rumble and continue on and book it 1 through 30 with our eventual winner being Mr. Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk. Which is like we said, we took Bully's idea and we ran with it. We decided to book it from start to finish. So, if anybody wants to see that, it is on the UWO page. Just go back a video or so, you'll see it. Shout out to Carl Burr. We had fun doing that, and we have a lot more coming pretty soon. But yeah, Brock Lesnar is indeed number 1 in the Royal Rumble.
And can I ask you a question?
Yes, sure.
I'm going to say it was 1990. It could have been 91. Hulk Hogan was in the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
As heavyweight champion. What was the stipulation in that Royal Rumble?
There was no stipulation in that Rumble.
The winner of the Royal Rumble is the heavyweight champion. Roman Reigns was put in the Royal Rumble.
Valid point, yes.
Roman Reigns was put in the Royal Rumble, right?
I don't even remember
As
that.
heavyweight champion. You don't remember Ric Flair's
No, I'm
fucking
talking about
speech?
Roman Reigns.
Ric Flair won it in 92.
Yeah, I'm talking about
92.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Roman going into the Rumble as champion.
Yeah, he was.
Why don't I even
AJ
fucking
Styles
remember that?
debut.
Yeah, he was
champion?
Yeah, he was champion.
Triple H ended up
Triple H,
winning it.
yeah, Triple H ended up winning.
See how uneventful Roman Reigns' title reigns has been? That I don't even fucking remember that it was.
But you're doing this line right now. You're trolling.
Don't forget, it's still a fact that number 14's one title reign is longer than Roman's 3.
So, like I was saying,
It's still a fact.
but can you
cannot change that.
Do you remember the
Wikipedia?
Do you remember the stipulation of the Roman Reigns Royal Rumble?
Yes, if he was eliminated, he'd lose the title, and whoever ended up winning the Rumble became champion.
Okay, cool. Brock Lesnar's heavyweight champion, right?
Yes.
And he's in the Royal Rumble, right?
Correct.
And why isn't the title on the line?
Because he said...
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's Brock Lesnar. He never said he was putting the belt up.
Can I get a ball that drop?
A what?
Can I balls just so I can drop it like Vince McMahon just did?
Balls?
No, a ball, not $9. A ball. A ball.
Well, I have two, but I can't. I don't think you want to use them right now. Just throwing that out there.
But I just wanted, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to get who do you think was going to win. Now we already have how you bucked it. Now who do you have to actually win the Royal Rumble?
My personal pick to win the
Let's
Royal...
start with females.
All right, females. Originally, I was leaning towards Ronda coming back.
Brian Cage to AEW.
Really?
Oh, cool.
By the way, no spoilers of Impact. I'm going to watch it later. If anybody's watching it, please no spoilers.
that.
But that is actually pretty good.
That's cool.
That's a really good pickup for you.
Looking that up after.
Yeah, that's actually a really good pickup. All right, for the Women's Rumble, originally, like I said, I was going to go with Ronda to come back and win it. But I still have a strong feeling that Shayna is going to come out and win the Female Rumble. I don't know why, but
That's my pick.
I'm going with Shayna on this one too.
Yeah, I got shit. I'm on the boat with everybody on the planet. If Ronda doesn't come back and if Ronda shows up, she's winning.
Yeah, if Ronda shows
If
up,
Ronda
she's winning.
doesn't show up, Shayna's winning.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be fucking Shayna at this point.
What if Shayna eliminates Ronda?
I would like to see that.
I would like to see that too, but I don't think it's going to happen only because you still have money in horsewomen versus horsewomen. There's still money to be made there. We all know it.
Becky versus Shayna.
No matter how bad Shafir and Duke
Let's
are.
face the facts. That once Shayna shows up in the main roster, them two bitches are gone.
I hope so.
I'm sorry.
With all due respect.
Are they better than Rio versus Statlander? Anyway,
Yeah,
Shayna versus Becky.
Unfortunately, they're not.
Shayna versus Becky. Fuck that. They have to be.
No.
All right, but seriously though, Shayna versus Becky. I'm sorry to say, I know. Oh, Kyle, you just like Becky. Take my money. I want to see that match.
I'm with you. I'm with
That's the money match for Mania.
it. Yeah.
It's either, and I'd rather it be Shayna than Ronda. At least Shayna can fucking work.
I mean, personally, this is what I see happening. I see Shayna winning the
Yeah,
Rumble.
we already covered that. Dominic.
I see Shayna winning the Rumble, but I see her challenging. If she challenges Bayley, then you know Ronda's coming back for Becky. Because that match is set in stone. Like, you gotta have that rematch right now.
Who's that B chick? You
Bayley?
but who?
Bayley.
Karen.
The one with the ass.
Karen.
The cakes.
The cake.
Tony Storm.
Yams.
Yams.
Ass.
Yummy Tammy.
That
But
ass.
besides that ass, can I ask you a question since
Yes.
her heel turn? Because her heel turn was widely publicized as one of the best of last year. What have they done?
Huh?
What
Give her a soccer mom haircut?
and what about in the ring? What has she done?
Nothing. She's the exact same person.
Anything to
New
transcend
theme
the sport?
music. New theme
Any
music.
matches like her versus Sasha in NXT Takeover? Anything?
Now when you fight Elise.
Has she had any? Has she?
Really quick,
That's how she
Is
fucking wrestles.
Is she even in the storyline?
I will say
What the
this.
fucking
Yeah,
rest
yeah,
that she
she's,
fucking
she's actually in the storyline, and I can say,
Is she?
yeah, and I will say this because I think WWE. I said it before. I'll say it again. You fucked up with Lacey Evans. She should have been a face from the jump. As a face, I think she's gonna work as a face. She's a good she's the perfect role model. She's a fucking ex-Marine who's a military mom.
Woman's right.
Who will fuck people up and defends her kid. Like it's mama syndrome. It's mama bear syndrome. Like she says, it works for her.
Bores the shit out of me.
The crowd is getting behind her because you know why? We all got used to her as the Southern Sassy Belle instead of her being Lacey Evans, the military mom or whatever. Which, like I said, from jump would have worked, but no, you had to turn her into this evil heel. Even though anybody who knows her real history, the girl's dealt with parents that are drug addicts, brothers that are drug addicts and shit. This girl went to the military, served our country, came back, decided to become a pro wrestler. She's not great in the ring because she's still green. Like, you gotta remember, having these people that WWE's picking up down in NXT that are off the street, that aren't pro wrestlers, it's gonna take them years to figure it out. Lacey Evans has a decent gimmick. She's not afraid to talk on the microphone, and her face microphone work is better than her heel microphone work, which is crazy to me.
It's the country accent.
But no, but to get back to the Rumble, I definitely could see Shayna winning and challenging Bayley only because Ronda Becky storyline isn't finished. You mean to tell me the moment Ronda walks out on Becky Lynch and says, "I call bullshit. Last year my shoulder was up at fucking 1." Mm-hmm. That's not an instant rematch for WrestleMania. And it's the match that we all wanted, that we did not need Charlotte Flair for. I'm sorry, all the Charlotte fans.
How many times have we said it on the podcast? We don't need Charlotte in this match.
Charlotte Flair. You don't need Charlotte Flair versus Becky either. Yeah. Well, especially because she's on Raw.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Sad part is, one way or another, they're going to get... Charlotte Flair's going to get thrown into a triple threat.
She's going to get thrown into something.
Well, they got her up skirting right now.
You know what they should do with Charlotte? Honestly, you know what they should do with her? Have her win the fucking...
Yeah, I got to take a commercial break. I'll be back.
He said Tamina.
Wait, what happened?
No, Vic said Tamina.
He said Tamina.
Please don't say that. Please don't say Tamina. Oh, jeez.
I would piss myself if that happened.
If Tamina ever... She won a match last year. Y'all got to remember that. Tamina actually won a match last year.
Man, I forgot Tamina was on TV last
She's
year.
not. Well, I mean, she's not right now, but...
I thought she was on TV last year.
That's fucking crazy. She's like the longest tenured female now, next to Natty and fucking... Well, Alicia Fox is gone, but next to Natty, she's the longest tenured female. So, but no, like I said, that's the vision that I have for Mania when it comes to the Women's Rumble. So, yeah, I'm with you on Shayna winning it. Like you said, if Ronda shows up, it's Ronda, but if it's not, it's definitely Shayna.
I actually don't want Ronda to show back up. She can stay away.
She could stay away.
She can stay away. Shayna is a perfect replacement for Ronda. She can actually tell a story in the ring. She can actually do more than just a fucking judo flip. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Agreed.
And Shayna doesn't spend half her fucking match pulling her fucking pants out of her fucking crotch.
Yeah.
Every fucking 2 seconds.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, camel toe. I got this camel toe again. Mm-hmm. How many times have I said, give this woman some fucking pants? Not these.
Give her Shayna pants. The same pants Shayna wears.
No, this bitch spends half the match. Get this camel toe up out of here. Mm-hmm. Not even like she's pulling out her butt cheeks. She's literally pulling out her fucking...
Her cooter. Yeah. No, I agree with that. My biggest thing, though, when it comes to the Women's Rumble, I want to know who the Iron Woman would be, or the Wonder Woman. That's what I'm dubbing it, because I don't like the term Iron Woman. To me, it's kind of weird.
Do they even have 30 women on the fucking... No, they're going to throw some NXT girls.
You got to remember, they got NXT, you got NXT.
Yeah, they're going to bring back legends.
They're going to throw in legends. They're going to throw in NXT girls, because they don't have 30 women on the main roster throwing that.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, main roster, no. But between NXT, NXT, you can pull at least 6 or 7 or 8 girls out of there. NXT UK, you pull Piper Niven, you pull Toni Storm, you pull Kaylee Ray. Shit, pull, I forgot what the big German girl's name is. Put her in. So, but yeah, your Women's Rumble choices.
I already gave mine, Shayna, baby.
Oh, you going with Shayna?
Shayna, baby. Shayna.
Right. It's like a
dude. I really got to say this. I understand that Becky right now is the most popular woman right now, and you're gonna argue Tessa. I understand that.
Mike, it's Ronda Rousey.
But in terms of skill that I can see in the ring, I don't think anybody executes moves better than Shayna. Her moves look like they fucking hurt. Mm-hmm. They're methodical as fuck, mm-hmm. and you can actually believe that she's fucking punishing these chicks like this. There's no doubt about it. She's legit a fucking mixed martial artist. You know what I mean? And she actually gets it in the ring, and Eddie has been on record, and I agree with it, saying that Shayna Baszler is what they try to make Ronda Rousey seem to be.
100% agree.
Exactly.
100% agree.
Exactly. And that's why I said Ronda can kick rocks. If she doesn't come back, I'm good. We got a better version of you. Mm-hmm. I know in Vince's eyes, I can't market her. She doesn't.
That's my biggest fear.
She plays for the other team, and she looks like a guy.
That's my biggest fear.
And
with
that's
Shayna.
Vince's problem right there, because that's true. He wants to be able to market you down a red carpet, and that's why Charlotte is where she is. She's even come out and said it. Why you think I'm on top? Because I can do the.
Rhea's probably gonna be there.
I could do the TV shows.
So. If she's champion, I don't think she'd be in the Rumble.
NXT versus SmackDown champion for title, blah blah blah. Remember, NXT is a major brand, not developmental.
But at the same time, do you actually? Because think about it this: they're having worlds collide, right?
And that cannot wait. Can't wait. If you guys didn't watch Takeover Blackpool, woo!
I'm gonna watch it later. Right after I watch the Power.
Fire.
But no,
Gonna warn you now. Skip the first match. Skip the first match.
I see Rhea in the Rumble and probably getting eliminated by somebody who's trying to come up in NXT on her.
I honestly, if Rhea's in the Rumble, I see her in the final 2.
You know, maybe, but I really don't see any of the NXT girls getting anywhere to the finals. This is all going to be focused on. Like I said, if Shayna's in there, she's definitely going to be one of the major focal points. They're probably going to tease you with a Charlotte Flair might win, and everybody's going to be like, oh my God, if Charlotte wins again, oh my God.
I'm kind of hoping they don't get Charlotte to win on this one.
I could see her being there final 4, maybe final 2, and everybody's like, fuck, Charlotte's going to get it again? No, not Charlotte again. And then we get, you know, the miraculous Shayna wins, or, you know. But I don't see any of the NXT girls.
All right.
Rhea probably gets a few eliminations and then gets eliminated herself on some dumb shit. Oh, she had her back turned, or she was throwing somebody out. And
I can see Bianca eliminating her.
Yeah, little Bianca, a little Candice LeRae comes and throws her out. I was like, what?
All right, I got a question for you guys. Surprise female competitor for the Rumble, because you know they like to bring people out.
Ooh.
Where's the Rumble?
Scarlett Bordeaux.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a waste.
I mean, it is a waste. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, for our viewing pleasure.
Like Vic said, I can see Nia Jax returning.
Yes,
she's cleared.
Yeah.
Well, she's not there.
I think she's
cleared for training, not for full time in ring work.
But a Rumble appearance, is it really full time ring work?
I would save her for the day after Rumble.
You know,
personally.
As far as a legend, where are they?
Houston.
In Houston.
Ooh, Shawn Mel.
Maybe
they're in Houston. I mean,
that's a waste.
She's from Houston, isn't she?
Jackie.
Miss Jackie.
Miss Jackie.
Titties on the referee uniform, Jackie.
That'd be a shocker.
Them titties, though. Did you ever see that UK? I forgot what it called. I forgot, Maximum Carnage, I think it was called. When Sable ripped her top off,
yeah,
she's like, ah! You just see titties just bouncing around everywhere. And she jumped. Then she tried to do a roll up to the referee. The referee took a shirt and gave it to her. And you just seen titties everywhere. Mark Merrill's running around trying to save her, and her titties just. It was a lot of titty.
It was a lot of titty.
A lot of titty.
You want
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Wipe your chin.
That was a lot of titty. I don't even like black girls like that, but damn them titties.
Motherfucker. Racist son of a bitch kid.
I like what I like. I ain't gonna lie.
This motherfucker.
But yeah, I see that.
I'm a stereotype.
Victoria
would be a good. I got one for you. Do you think now that the fence is starting to get mended, does Vince?
Victoria, that's a good one.
Does Vince? He just said Victoria. All right.
I didn't hear you.
Does Vince back up the Brinks truck and say, AJ Lee, here you go?
She already said she's not coming back.
She's not coming back.
She's pretty good where she's at.
Yeah, she pretty much said she's good.
But do you think he backs up the truck and says, write your name?
Not for AJ Lee.
Caitlyn can show up.
I wasn't a fan of Caitlyn.
I was a fan of them.
Paige keeps getting thrown out there. People keep saying Paige might.
Yeah, supposedly Paige might have been cleared. We don't know yet, and she's been saying 2020 her career's not done. So
well, we don't know if her neck is okay, but her throat is.
That's
Did I just say that out loud?
Xavier Woods.
Did I just say that out loud? Did I just?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
No.
Damn it.
See, but that's why Riho's champion, because she gives Paige a run for her money.
We haven't seen clips yet, so we don't know.
All right.
Celeb Jihad, get on your shit.
All right. So
to the men's.
On to the men's. What I need is a scenario question.
Okay.
Here's a scenario question, only because all three brands are going to be in the Royal Rumble. I go to see who you could see winning from NXT, SmackDown, and Raw.
All right. From Raw, Drew. Drew's the easy pick.
Please.
If it's not Drew, then it's gotta be. To me, from Raw, I think it's gotta be Drew. It's gotta be Drew.
It's gotta be Drew.
SmackDown.
The only other ones I see, if they're in it, is a KO or Samoa Joe.
But
it has to be fucking Drew.
It has to be Drew. From SmackDown, I don't see
Roman.
It's Roman.
It's Roman. Who else? Well, they're not going to give it to Corbin.
No. They ain't making that.
Nia Jax is no longer the best botch machine. There is a woman in AEW named Nyla Rose, who is definitely taking that title. I'll wait.
Nobody's taking that title. It's going to the Hall of Fame.
I don't know. We got to have that debate one day.
That title's going to the Hall of Fame with Miss Primo.
That's right.
She's retired now. She passed the torch.
She's going to the Hall of Fame with it.
Yeah.
So
I didn't see her have a pass the torch match.
So wait. So we have to
Unless they
suffer
box
through.
that.
I was gonna say, are we gonna sit through 5 minutes of her passing the torch to Nyla, to Nia Jax?
So, Brian, you were saying Drew.
All right. So from Raw, I'm going with Drew. SmackDown, I'm going with Roman. NXT, I'm sticking with my pick, and this is actually my pick to win the Rumble. If Brock gets to the end, I want Keith Lee. I want Keith Lee to win.
It has to be fucking Matt Riddle. If Brock Lesnar's there at the end, fucking Matt Riddle needs to eliminate
The
his
only
ass.
problem with
They
Riddle.
need to set that shit up.
The only problem with that is who have they been promoting Brock? Who have they been promoting Riddle fighting against? Goldberg. That's
Fuck that.
the
Then
only
put
reason
Goldberg
why.
in there and let Matt Riddle eliminate both their fucking asses.
If you watched our show last week, you know that happened.
They need to both be eliminated by fucking Matt Riddle. He just be sitting there.
Available on the
Rumble.
UWO page.
Bro.
I'm gonna put it on.
I want to see this.
$3.99.
Bro.
Actually, it is on the
With
YouTube
Goldberg and Brock's old ass walking out of there like.
Agreed.
Oh, the music. Punch
But no, I'm sticking to my guns. I said this after Survivor Series was over. To me, NXT right now has so much momentum behind it because of the Survivor Series. It was a big deal. They won. They damn near they mollywopped Raw. I keep saying that word. I'm going to keep saying it until it becomes a thing again. They mollywopped the shit out of Raw. They beat SmackDown's ass. Keith Lee had a great showing.
Keith Lee.
Fans were popping for him.
Yeah, my son loves Keith Lee.
And I'm sorry to say this, I want to see Keith Lee versus Brock Lesnar. Please take my money. I need to see that. That's me. Those are my picks.
Okay, can I ignore Nick's comment, or do you want me to fill it in? Shit.
We've already gone through this, Nick.
The image of
We've already
Nyla
discussed
Rhodes
this.
delivering a Bronco Buster.
Without a cup.
Y'all let that sink in for a second.
Without a cup.
Y'all let it sink in for a second.
At that point, do we have to categorize it as like X-rated?
I don't know.
Can we go that far on TNT?
Oof, Carl, you're about to get cussed out.
I mean, you ever watch Claws?
So, Eddie.
Riddle versus Lesnar is not. Oh fuck! What, you want to see Brock versus Taker again? What you waiting for? Oh no, we don't need Matt Riddle versus Lesnar. I got Undertaker taking 20 minutes to go to the ring at WrestleMania. That's what you want to see? You want to see them drag out fucking the semi-retired fucking
This is just
Undertaker
wrong. Even
with
Dominic's
fucking
joining now.
two fucked up hips and everything? Oh, Taker, yeah. Take a 20-minute walk to the ring. Have your 5-second match at WrestleMania. Waste the fucking people's time. Waste perfect segments for fucking actual fucking wrestlers putting in fucking work. Huh? You don't want to see fucking Matt Riddle get some shine?
Thanks,
You
Carl.
don't want to see new fucking stars?
Thanks,
Carl.
Carl.
No. You want to continue seeing the end of an era match over and over again? This is why we're stuck in the rut that we're stuck in with WWE. Because people like you, fickle fan base,
Fickle,
who continue to want to see old generic legends come out.
Gary, I'm done. I'm walking away.
Yeah.
I'm walking away.
Time to go.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah.
See you later.
Mansoor already won a Rumble. It was in the fucking desert.
So he has the odds to win. If he went through 51 people, what do you think he's going to do with 30? Mansoor's the GOAT.
Is it my turn now?
All right.
Because, wow, damn.
Mansoor.
From Monday night.
Wouldn't there be some shit? I'm sorry. Wouldn't there be some shit if Mansoor actually did win the Rumble, though?
You mean the Ali fucking Seth Rollins fusion?
Oh, speaking of fusion, really quick. I'm sorry, Kyle. You can go after this. Austin Theory looks like Nick Aldis and Finn Balor had a baby.
Thank you. I was trying to figure that out.
Thank you.
Who he looked like?
He looked like Nick Aldis and Finn Balor had a baby. Go ahead, Kyle. I'm done. Shut up, Brian.
I gotta do predictions.
Eddie.
All right.
Mansoor's a Saudi Arabian Okada. Yo, at this point, the way they
That was
got
the greatest
at
comment
this
ever.
point, yeah, the way they keep booking him in Saudi shows, I won't be surprised he wins the title over there and then loses the next night on Monday Night Raw.
Has anyone seen Mansoor lose a match yet? I'm just throwing that in the world.
No, he's in the desert.
Y'all tell me, has he lost a match yet? Just throwing that out
That
there.
man's being booked like Brock Lesnar right
He
now.
lost to Shayna Baszler in the hotel room.
That was unsafe. It doesn't go on his record.
All right.
Well, he lost to Keith Lee when he told him to give me a Grizzly Magnum in the back.
Ooh.
Dumb.
Ooh.
That was stupid.
Is it my turn yet?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. So, wow. From SmackDown, anybody who knows me, anybody who's a fan of the UWO podcast, who comes into the comments, who watches the videos, who has even bought a t-shirt, who has sent in a burial, who has sent in a message, who has sent in an email, who has liked the page, who has loved the comments, who has done anything. Take a wild fucking guess on who I have as the SmackDown Royal Rumble winner. Let's just see the comments. Okay. And anybody who's talking SmackDown now, who do I have winning the Royal Rumble for Friday Night SmackDown? We gotta wait for the 10 seconds.
I know, but I still want to answer this.
But we gotta wait the 10 seconds.
As a matter of fact, I changed my Rumble pick from SmackDown.
No, you can't. You're very lucky.
Nope, I
Who you
have the
got
ability
winning
to
from
change it.
SmackDown?
Who do? Come on.
Lars Sullivan.
I was gonna go with.
I would love this Royal Rumble, but no. Come on. Dolph fucking Ziggler. Are you kidding me, Andrew? Shorty G. Ronaldi, thank you.
We do not call him by his slave name here. That is fucking Chad Gable. He is a goddamn Olympian. You put some goddamn respect in his name. So sad.
He wears bicycle shorts.
But honestly,
a cheerleader for the Seahawks.
But honestly, though, the way that they have packaged up the SmackDown Heavyweight Champion, I'm not calling that bullshit, the Universal Championship, but the SmackDown Heavyweight Champion, the way they
No way, Jose.
the way that they have booked.
We, the Dominican delegation, do not claim No Way Jose anymore.
He's on Raw.
He looks like a Sprite can.
We, the Dominican delegation, do not know who this man you speak of.
No lo sabe.
Dude, Drew killed him. Drew killed him. Didn't want to be in his combo line.
My girl's like, who the fuck is this guy with the puffy hair? She's like, he dead. We, the Dominican delegation, do not know who this guy is.
Remember when his finishing move was a baseball pitch?
Shorty G unit. All right, but no, I got Roman winning, and here's the reason why. Number one, Roman has been built up over the years, and people say, "Oh, they forced Roman down your throat." Edge is a fucking sneaky pick, Gary. I swear. But
I'm gonna talk about him in a little bit too.
But dude, Roman Reigns has been booked as a top star.
Go ahead, Andrew. Yeah.
No, we're not talking about the Buffalo Bills quarterback, Kurt Hawkins.
No.
Now, anyway, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
The Queen's finest.
Oh my goodness. No, but seriously though, Roman Reigns is, to me, the only person who should be able to stand up to the Fiend. Because think about it, he demolished the Miz as fucking as the Firefly Funny, which, by the way, I was kind of iffy on that match until I actually read back and watched it, and you pointed out a few things. Dude, just the little subtleties that Bray Wyatt was doing during that match.
It's fucking great.
Fucking phenomenal, man.
Great.
I'm going to have so much fun doing this. I'm really excited about this. But, dude, then you turn on to the Fiend. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this motherfucker took a sledgehammer to the face and punched it. He got blown the fuck up in one. Dude destroyed Finn Balor, beat his ass so bad that he went back to NXT.
And then he's going to lose to a spear.
Don't forget this.
But honestly,
You're going
though,
to get jerked off and then run through.
anybody who's at the
You
top...
mean Rio?
Somebody give me somebody at the top echelon of SmackDown that's actually, you can fathom beating Bray Wyatt at this point.
God damn it, Kofi needs a chance. I'm sorry, the culture's not with that anymore.
Because he lost to Brock Lesnar in 10 seconds, I can't do it. Actually, it was less than 10 seconds. I can't, and I love Kofi.
So the cultures don't know?
No, we're still with him, but nah, he don't want that smoke. But, nah, but seriously though, I got, the only person who can possibly beat him at WrestleMania is going to be Roman. And I mean, the man retired The Undertaker for all intents and purposes. At that point, to me, Undertaker was retired. I do not want to think about his John Cena match. I don't want to think about his
still
comeback in
believe it,
Saudi Arabia. I don't want. Go ahead.
If you still believe Taker's retired, I got a sandbox in Florida with your name on it for sale.
Cool. How much?
We'll talk about it. Undertaker's retired. We already know we're getting a half an hour stroll to the ring at fucking Mania.
All right, but that's my reasoning for
with
Raw.
Carl sitting in the background
on Monday night Raw. I'm sorry, but there's people whose criticism of Drew is that his charisma is not there. Please watch this.
Who said that?
Please, that's the only criticism people have of him. That's the only criticism people have.
It's his fault they never gave him a fucking mic.
Hold up. Fight me.
Dude.
It's about fucking time they gave him a goddamn mic and said, go out there and be funny.
Dude, all right. I hate to say this, but if you guys didn't watch Monday Night Raw a couple of weeks ago, it was a handicap match between former tag team champions Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
Question.
And
Question. Who thinks I should be scared right now? Raise your hand.
Nobody raised their hand. Nobody raised their hand.
I go eat for them. He carried the tag division by himself.
Even Dawson back like, damn. That ain't ether, man.
Bro, nobody in that audience raised their fucking hand, bro.
Not even the little kids.
Nope. Okay. Nope. Not even that. You didn't even get that one. You didn't even get a oh shit. No.
Even the newborns are like, nah, we ain't that dumb. We won yesterday, but not that yesterday.
Like you ain't losing to Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Out of
They
here.
destroyed them both.
Come in the ring with all 50,000 of your
It's
fingers.
about time WWE says, let's see what we have.
Thing.
Let's see what we have with this guy. This guy is fucking money in the ring. Money in the ring. I don't give a fuck. Fight me. He's fucking money in the ring. Dudes, you can say what you want about the fucking finishing move. I think it's actually pretty nice.
The Claymore?
Yeah, I love the Claymore.
Love that move.
I love the Claymore kick.
Mind you, when I was wrestling, I wanted to use the sick kick, which was Roderick Strong's version of it. I wanted to use the sick kick as a finisher. The fact that Drew's using
But
it,
you can't get those khakis up that high, though.
I can still kick. I can kick pretty good
There's
for
a
a
lot
big guy.
but there's a lot of starch in those khakis.
Yeah, I know. Clean. Crease down the middle.
All right, and I gotta say this for anybody. Here's my swerve: the NXT Royal Rumble winner, the finest, the finest, the finest. Nobody's ready for that. Nobody's ready for that.
You gonna challenge to the 24/7 championship?
Come on, son. You know what I'm saying?
24/7
Next
championship gonna be that
24
ring.
champion, 365 Euro Continental.
You know, they already wasted a spot with putting the champion already in there. Holy fuck, talk about wasting another spot to put in Conor Reeves.
FYI, we did not book Conor Reeves in our
The only way I would accept that, the only way I would accept that is if he comes out number 2 and Brock just beats the holy hell out of him until the next person comes out. Just like literally, Paul Heyman throws in tables and Brock just starts putting him through it. Paul Heyman throws in some chairs and Brock just beats him over the head with it.
That would be fire.
I mean, I want full-on chair shots,
Drew versus Buddy
unprotected.
Yeah. Bro. So you don't believe in the finest? You don't believe in them? You don't.
You know what the finest should do?
Go ahead, bro.
He should do the taco roll, where he just goes out the Rumble and just face plants, and then they replay it over and over and over. And speaking of which, me and Mr. Bird, our next watch along is going to be a Rumble, and most likely it's going to be that one. Because we're going to take shots every
He
time.
just stopped coming out there, landing on his face.
Every time Taka takes a fucking face bump, we're taking a shot. We're going to be hammered by the end of this.
All right, so
We want to see 2 drunk men.
Nah, but in all seriousness, though, my surprise person from NXT shouldn't really be a surprise. Honestly, dude, I think he got sent down. I understand this. But he can still come back up, and he is absolutely killing it with this Prince gimmick. I got Finn Balor winning it. If not Keith Lee, because you already took Keith Lee, I'll go with Prince Balor.
Why would he do that to himself? The sad part is, I don't see. I don't see. The thing is, it was the original concept for this one was supposed to be 10, 10, and 10. So obviously Raw already lost a spot. Unless
See.
unless we're doing
thing is-
30. Unless we're doing 31.
Yo,
thing is-
Victor's spitting so many facts right now. Victor's spitting so many facts right now, bro.
Yo, I'm actually rooting for Dio Madden. He said, you see his tweet? He
actually-
Google searched how to be number 2 in the Rumble.
We actually did that. We did that when we booked our Rumble. We had Dio as number 2 fighting Brock.
Yeah.
I'd give Dio a shot.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dio
But-
actually beats him.
Like, we're used to the
I mean,
Rumbles.
he can be the whole, and I know this name is going to be trending.
You're gonna say the
it's going to be trending.
We're bringing him back?
It's going to be trending.
Are we talking about the
He
unibrow?
could have the Maven moment.
There it
It could happen.
That'd be a shocker.
is. If he pulls a
Call him the
Maven,
unibrow.
Anthony Davis, before you were around, motherfucker, there was another unibrow. Maven, baby. Maven. He's been eliminated Carl Bird's boy with a drop kick to the back.
And then died.
Oh, he beat the fuck out of him for that, man.
Holy shit!
You don't
And
think
then it
so?
got to the point. It looked like I legit thought Undertaker was whooping his
Prince
ass.
fucking Ayakea. Woo!
I'm telling you, we're taking credit for that.
No,
We're
not
taking
ready.
credit for that.
Not ready.
But
for
watching
that.
Maven get his ass whooped, man, I thought that was legit.
That was.
I was like, damn, Undertaker, man, how you want to do that to somebody else?
Yeah.
No, I
It
told
only
him
got
that
topped with
the
Daniel
whole
Pearce.
card, minus the first match. That first match was as much of a skipper as fucking Rio versus Chris Statlander. That card was fine, especially that tag team match.
I will watch later.
That ladder match was fucking fuego. And how it ended, you already know how it ended. You see
No, I
the
don't.
spoilers.
No, I don't. I literally got home from work and set everything up.
I said it earlier.
I don't. I was.
Don't remember.
Okay.
Don't be surprised.
Ooh, thank God I smoke weed. So Eddie, yeah, your picks from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
Well, a logical choice from fucking SmackDown is Roman Reigns because there ain't no fucking body on SmackDown. God, name me a main eventer on SmackDown right now outside of Roman Reigns.
The only person is Daniel Bryan, and he's fighting in the title match.
And he's gonna get beat.
Exactly. So it's only logical that it's Roman Reigns.
Plus, he's with the Bloodline now.
It's gonna be Roman Reigns.
I actually like that.
I like the Bloodline.
I like him too.
I would like
Okay.
to see the Bloodline versus the AOP and Seth Rollins match.
Probably happen.
On Raw, my heart and soul is for Drew McIntyre.
I already took him.
Unfortunately, I don't see that happening.
So did I. We all took him.
Because Vince McMahon is still holding a blood feud because he went and got himself over without Vince's help, even though Vince said you were the chosen one.
Yeah.
I gave you the world. And you
He
couldn't
wasn't
get
ready
it.
for that, though. He wasn't
He
ready
wasn't
for that.
ready. Vince tried to push him to the top.
Jeff Hardy
He
would be a
wasn't.
surprise, Garrett. He might actually be at the Rumble. He got proven not guilty, right?
Yeah, but he's still rehabbing from his injury.
Oh, okay.
Man, he's still rehabbing from a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of rehab.
Okay, he's gonna need more. But on Raw,
Hold on.
Oh, our number 15
Hold
was
on.
great.
Hold on. Excuse me. Victor Omoyo. Victor Pineapple Pizza Omoyo. The Buzzkill. The Mr. Victor's Corner on the Codex Prime podcast. Okay? I don't ever want to see you defending that match again. That was the most wasted at least 8 minutes of my fucking life. That shit was terrible. Those fans were cheering, but motherfucker, I could have came out of them curtains and them fans were cheering. They are probably packed in that arena for a fucking hour and a half. They were running out of food, and they decided to start the event. And that is the only reason that I can tell you that they popped for that horrible fucking match. That match was terrible. The second worst match of this week.
Second worst?
Yes.
So the first one must have been real bad.
Rio versus Chris Statlander. That match was fucking terrible.
No.
That match was awful.
Like Lil Wayne would say, I know. Continue.
I don't know. I just see this Trent Seven Eddie Daniels. Oh, who the fuck is Eddie Dennis? I don't know. I don't
You're
know.
going to be saying that at the end of that match, too.
Everybody got their Brandon Cutler.
Nah, Brandon Cutler would have fucking was like, this match is terrible. I can't do this.
Damn! Holy fuck!
Not that bad. Cutler's not that
minute.
bad.
Trent Seven's actually pretty damn good.
I
How
was
the fuck
saying
is that possible?
Trent's pretty good. Is Eddie Dennis really that bad?
I'm going to say this. Brandon Cutler would have got his first win. In a three-way match with those two. All right? Okay? Okay.
Alright, so NXT.
Bro, yo, karma came back, Carl.
Alright, so Eddie, so your NXT pick.
It has to be Matt Riddle.
Alright.
What the fuck is he doing down there in NXT? It doesn't look like he's gonna be sniffing that main event scene down there.
Bro.
They keep getting not sniffing the U.S. title scene. Now they just put a makeshift tag team together with him and Pete Dunne. Which, okay, yeah, for the Dusty Classic.
Broserweights.
You know, for the Dusty Classic, that's exciting. But
QT Marshall.
come on. The fuck is he doing?
He's a superstar compared to fucking Brandon Cutler. I'm sorry.
Okay,
continue.
so it has.
Nick Jackson might be better than fucking Brandon Cutler. Exactly.
But like I said, if you want,
Angelo Dawkins versus Nick Jackson would have been a better match than that bullshit.
Triple threat! Triple threat! Remember, it's a triple threat now. There's three of them now.
Oh, sorry, continue. Oh, and Tucky.
Okay. But can I say really quick before you continue, Eddie? Otis and Mandy is the best storyline in WWE right now.
Yeah, it was getting dragged in the NAW.
Dude, I fucking love that. I fucking love that storyline.
It was getting dragged.
and you know how that's gonna end, right? It's gonna end with Tucky getting all jealous and turning on Otis.
I wouldn't be
That's the sad
shocked.
part.
You know something? I want Otis and Mandy together, and I want Tucker and fucking Sonya Deville to turn heel on both of them.
Listen, man.
Please let it happen. Mixed tag match. Let it happen.
Every group
Let it
got a
happen.
JTG, bro. Every tag team got an Enzo Amore.
How you doing?
Every fucking tag team has a Mo.
Wait, so hold on. Wait, I was confused. Are you burying these people? Or?
Who? The weaklings to tag teams?
So you call
The Marty Jannettis?
So JTG's the weakling?
Hell yeah, he's the weakling of that team.
Really?
Shaq carried Kind Time.
I don't know. JTG was the voice.
That's it. So, and Enzo Amore was the voice.
How you doing?
And that's saying much because fucking Cass wasn't even that good.
He wasn't that good either. No, with all due respect to
Cass
Cass.
was, I thought he was decent.
He was okay.
He was decent for his size. He was
can't teach
better.
that, 7 feet
He was
tall.
better at the beginning. Toward the afterwards, though. It just, no.
No,
Yeah.
Angelo Dawkins has the best hot tag in the business, Gary.
Who? Who is this man you speak of? Because I saw Montez go out there and hold it down in a triple threat tag team match by himself again this week. And the man came up this short. If we would just give him a tag team partner instead of some fucking bag boy, okay, they'd be wearing some fucking gold right now. And shame on that fucking crowd. Fucking Street Profit. His theme music is fucking fire. Do not tell me when Montez Ford's theme music hits, you ain't like, oh yeah, this is hype. Crowds just be like, and then they be like, who is this guy with him?
Is it sad that at least your guys are having matches? My dude's just on the side holding cake. He's literally holding cake. He's making sure the other guy doesn't overeat. He's turning it up. He's like, oh shit. He's turning it up.
See?
And I just showed him
And
a
that's
video.
not because the
I just showed him a
ass.
video of my son jamming.
You guys
I
said that in one day.
bet if you ask your son, so who's in that team? He'd be like, Montez Ford.
Whoa, that's Kai's favorite tag team, period.
And he only knows Montez Ford. Hey, Montez Ford!
Them and the War Raiders, you can't say shit about them tag
That's
teams.
right, Andrew.
No, this
It's
War Raiders
Street
got two people.
Profit. Street Profit.
There's
Because
two of them.
Montez Ford, I stand by this. He's the greatest one-man tag NXT Tag Team Champion to ever lace up them boots in NXT.
What about Victor?
Who?
The Ascension?
They no longer exist. Dream has no memory of that.
All right, ahead of your predictions, bro.
What?
Go with Riddle.
I'm going with Riddle.
All right.
It has to be He's doing nothing. The man is literally telling everybody in creative, all 500 fucking losers who sit there and writing, guys, hello.
I may be
Hi.
high, but I know what I'm doing.
Hi, me and
high.
Brock. Money. Money.
Agreed. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see the fight.
And Raw?
Raw's a toughie because Drew is one of the guys I'm high on.
Yeah.
Like I said, logically speaking, they got just not even logically. Please, man, fucking Drew McIntyre's. What the fuck more do you want from a guy, man?
What about Samoa Joe?
Like I said,
Damn right they aren't, Gary.
my number one is Drew McIntyre. Okay. But like I said, Vince still got that blood hatred for him for leaving. So
Velveteen is rehabbing an injury.
I see a Drew.
No,
I
he's
see
clear.
He's clear? Okay.
I don't see a Samoa Joe winning because for some odd reason Joe must have did something to Vince in a past life or something. Because he just.
All right, I got a name to throw out for you guys.
Kevin Owens, it's a high possibility.
Yeah.
I see a Seth Rollins winning, just to fucking right in the fucking fans' faces.
All right, I got a name to throw for you guys. Now you got 2 weeks to end the current storyline he is in, because they're already starting to show some cracks in it, right?
Yeah.
Do you pull the trigger on Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar?
Here's why you don't. I gotta say why you don't.
Too late.
It's not that it's too late because it could still happen.
Way
But
too
I
late.
don't see it happening for the heavyweight championship. I don't think that Bobby Lashley has that. And as much as I say I'm for the culture and everything, Bobby Lashley isn't.
We ain't getting another black champion.
Bobby Lashley isn't shucking, jiving, dancing, finger painting, and or just fucking.
He's banging a
doing
hot white woman,
but
though.
he's not doing. Yeah, that's the tip. That's the stereotypical. But he's not doing the prototypical black thing in wrestling. All right. So, but that and Bobby Lashley really wants to fight fucking Brock Lesnar.
Yes,
he doesn't
he does.
want to wrestle him. He
I
wants
want
to
that. I
fight
want
him.
this to happen, though. I don't care if it's in an MMA ring, a wrestling ring. I don't care if it's in the street. I want to see this fight.
Well, he purifies himself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Yes. But yeah, and SmackDown.
Oh, Roman.
He's a
That was
Roman,
it. The fucking
So yeah,
academic.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry because I didn't hear your SmackDown prediction. Can you tell me who you got for SmackDown? I'm just waiting. Do you remember?
It's the guy riding the coattails of another famous half Samoan.
Here's my history lesson. I'm going to take a page out of Rinaldi's book. Episode 2 of the UWO podcast, which is available on Anchor FM. It's available on podcasts on Apple. It is available on Stitcher and all the other major platforms. And from what Brian told us a couple of weeks ago, it's also available on iHeartRadio. Now, episode 2, there was a particular chant that the crowd was chanting. We want Roman. Remember that? Do you remember that? And you was like, no, Strowman. No.
The dream has no memory.
You don't remember the crowd chanting, we want Roman? You don't remember that?
Could have hurt Strowman.
Just use my excuse. Throw him out of me.
What crowd was this?
Here we fucking go.
Where was this?
I know it wasn't Lafayette because them motherfuckers don't say shit.
It was around the same time that Bobby Lashley was singing Rockin' Robin.
I didn't think it could get lower from
Episode 2 of the UWO podcast. I did it. I
got
did it.
lower.
I named it episode.
It was episode Dos, by the way.
Dos. I'm sorry. Episode Dos.
Named it Dos. So, but
Yeah, so that's your prediction for the Royal Rumble. I have a major, just outright prediction, and I'm willing to put $1,000 bet on this.
let's hear it.
Royal Rumble is the time where a lot of wrestlers have surprised, came in, and also made their debuts. Correct? Jay Lethal will be in the Royal Rumble.
He's tag team champion in Ring of Honor right now.
When does his contract end?
Not anytime soon.
I thought his contract ended the first.
No.
Then I'm taking that $1,000 back. No, I thought they said his contract was ending January 1st.
No. He's
If anything-
signed until the end of the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was the end of last year.
No, this year coming up.
And he's a current tag team champion with Jonathan Gresham down there.
Fuck Jonathan Gresham. I keep the same heat.
Dude, I
Fucking-
promise you, his contract.
Sorry, Mike.
I'm gonna fucking double check that.
No.
All right. Well, here's my $1,000 bet since it's going to be in Houston. Number 5, Booker T.
And the crowd went mild.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Booker T will be in that Rumble. We booked.
I'm looking up Jay Lethal.
Okay. No, Booker T will be in that Rumble. All right. Over under. Does Ed show up for the Rumble?
Yes.
Eddie.
Oof. Yes.
I'm saying yes too. I know they're trying. WWE trying so hard to hide it right now, but the dude's literally at Raw.
Like, he's
Austin-
at the shows.
Austin Aries, what bridge hasn't he burned yet?
Austin Aries, man, that dude's...
Because even AEW's like, oh, he ain't touching that one.
Yeah, with all due respect, I buried Austin Aries a couple months ago on the UWO podcast and the audio versions. I'm not a fan of... I was a fan of Austin Aries. I think the dude's amazing in the ring, but there's something about him that he got some heat on him that you just don't want to be around. Kind of like what Enzo's going through, even though Enzo's not as bad of a person as this dude is, but Enzo's actually a pretty nice guy.
I would like to apologize to the UWO audience. Mm-hmm. His current deal was set to expire at the end of the year.
All right, resigned.
He resigned.
Oh, lethal.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're trying to do something down there in Ring of Honor, but
Ring of Honor needs some fucking help, man.
His current deal was
They signed Brian Zane. Brian Zane works for Ring of Honor.
His current deal was set to expire at the end of the year, and Ring of Honor is reportedly in a seek and sign mood as they look to retain the number of their talents. Contracts expire at the end of the year. This would include Silas Young, who just told Wrestling that the contract is expiring this year. But Lethal has re-signed with Ring of Honor, according to PWI Insider. Silas Young, is he still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mind you, him and the Bear City Brews aren't even together anymore.
no, he's with who's that guy?
Shows you when's the last time I watched Ring of Honor.
And Silas Young's actually a really good wrestler, too.
Oh,
He's really good.
He really is. All right, is this a technical difficulty?
No, I was just clearing some stuff out. But
Okay.
well, you do have one more topic. I don't know if you want to get to it. We're already 2 hours in.
Shoot.
All right. Well, just let me know. It's quick predictions.
Put it on the screen.
Okay. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. As you guys may have known who watched NXT this week, Undisputed Era has defeated Gallus and has moved on to the semifinals, and Imperium defeated the Forgotten Sons. So,
Who?
Huh?
The who?
The Forgotten Sons.
Who?
Those guys.
Who?
I don't know. We forgot them. But technically,
D'Angelo Dawkins of the NXT.
Angelo Dawkins.
See, that's
And
how.
shouts out to Angelo. Him and his wife are expecting.
Is it Angelo? I thought it was D'Angelo's.
I thought it was Angelo Dawkins.
Like the subway, the
It's
subway.
fucking
shit,
Angelo
one of
Dawkins. He is half of probably the best tag team in the world today.
There's more than one person in this team.
Yes.
So, but yeah, predictions continuing on from the tournament. Next week we have was it the Broserweights?
Can you put it back
I'll
up?
put it back up on the screen really quick.
The Broserweights.
We have the Broserweights versus Flash Morning Webster and Mark Andrews. Who do you guys got in that one?
There's not even a fucking. Like, seriously, man, did you just come?
I had to ask the question. All right.
Okay.
So we got the Broserweights moving on, and then we have the Grizzled Young Vets versus Kushida and surprise mystery tag team partner, which has been revealed as Alex Shelley.
Can you just take it off the screen?
I'll take that off the screen for a second. Motor City bitch. So
Pretty obvious who's going to win that match.
I'm gonna go with the Time Splitters on that one.
They're not the Time Splitters.
That's their name.
They're not the Time Splitters.
Well, they were known as the Time
Japan.
Splitters.
No. Do you want to tell them what their name is?
I don't know what their name is.
It's like the Timekeepers or something.
Is it really
like that?
Did they really change the name?
They
Of
had.
course they did.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You think Vince is going to use the name they use in Japan?
I know. I saw the highlight package on NXT, but I missed that. Did they really change the name of the fucking tag team?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Same reason why we got
fun
the
anymore.
it's the same reason why we
reason
got
we
the Viking Experience rating.
We don't have the Monstars, Super Smash Bros.
Well, that's AEW. So, but damn. All right, so I'm going.
No,
with,
Carl, I'm suing your ass.
I'm going with the Time whatever to win that match.
Time guys.
Time guys. Yeah, we're gonna call them the Time guys. Mr. Chapman, who you got on that one?
The Time Guys.
All right.
Obvious.
All right. So then the semifinals would be Imperium versus the
Imperium.
You're gonna go with Imperium. Okay, Eddie.
Versus the Broserweights?
Yeah.
I'm going Broserweights. They're going to be they're that makeshift tag team that makes it to the finals.
You know,
If this match happens, can of White Claw on it.
oh shit! It just got damn the face. The face.
I ain't that damn confident. Oh, fuck. Shit. This is stupid right here.
Come on, Skip.
Come on, Skip.
One case of White Claw, Skip.
Dude, we talk about a case. I think we're talking about one.
The Time Experience, the Time Raiders.
You know something? I'm gonna actually go with
Time
Kyle.
Express.
I'm gonna go with Kyle on this one only because I have a bigger picture. I'm going with Imperium to win that match.
Of course you're going with Kyle. Kyle's a genius. I am the genius.
Going with the Bruiserweights.
All right, so we're gonna go to the other semifinals: the Time Guys versus Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era.
Ready?
You see what I did there? Do you see what I did there?
Yeah, because I'm doing the same exact thing.
No spoilers, guys. No spoilers.
No spoilers, by the way.
The obvious choice is Undisputed Era, but my heart's saying the Time Guys.
The Claw is law, Gary. Gary, can you please send me a picture of you drinking White Claw? Because I had to experience that bullshit ass drink at
You
Carl's
didn't
birthday
experience
party.
it. You went. You literally went. Like, it touched your lips and it said, fuck this, I'm out.
That shit was gross.
Yeah, I'm the one who actually drank the can.
I wouldn't even allow myself to violate my lips with that.
It's one of those things. It's like if you're drunk and you really need something to drink, it's understandable.
I'll get water.
Yeah.
I'm saying, the faucet don't work.
The faucet doesn't give you a buzz.
You know, your sink, your bathroom sink, hell, your bathtub don't work.
If anybody knows
The
about
back
that,
of
it's
your
fine.
toilet,
It's fine.
I will lift up that motherfucking back of that toilet before I drink a White Claw.
Upper Decker.
But you know something? I'm actually going to go with you on this one. I'm going to go with Undisputed Era, too. As much as I want to see the Time Splitters or Time Guys, whatever, last longer.
It's going to be Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Because then it's going to lead to a tag team championship match, which, for some odd reason, they're sleeping on the tag team division lately down in the NXT.
NXT's tag division kind of thinned out a lot.
Yeah, Montez walked away and...
Shut your fucking mouth. The Street Profits walked away.
Listen, the Street Profit took his brand and went to Raw.
Hey, you know something? The Caterpillar left NXT, too.
There's still a few tag teams in there. We got the people who know it. I swear.
Yeah, and they're so memorable, but they're so good that we don't even remember them.
One of them was like a gunner.
He was.
And
That's what I heard.
Yeah. And then they have another team that has like mustaches.
Mountains, but they're over in the UK.
They could, come on, man. It's no secret that NXT UK and fucking NXT are good. When worlds collide, you know what I mean?
They're literally trading people.
Come on. They need to get Tony Storm's ass. Literally, her ass. Yeah.
No, they didn't put that NXT UK title back on her because people were talking about that belt.
She didn't.
Don't spoil it! God damn it, Kyle! We're literally almost done.
Show up in the thong.
Dang!
She didn't show up in the thong.
That would be the highest
That
rated.
match was actually good though.
That'd be the highest rated. Tony Storm coming out in the thong. Highest rated segment pay-per-view.
All time. Fuck, This Is Your Life rockin' Mick Foley.
Most
Tony Storm.
DVR'd. Hell, motherfuckers are dusting off VCRs and popping tapes in there. Tony Storm's in the thong.
Digital will fail. Tapes won't. Throwing that out there. All right, so basically, our final would be Imperium versus Undisputed Era.
Yes.
Eddie, you had what? The Bros versus Undisputed Era.
Oh, I had the Bros versus the Time Splitters, but
Oh, okay.
if they're gonna play up to the whole, give us a storyline for Worlds Collide with UE versus Imperium, then it has to be UE versus Imperium.
Watch Blackpool. Watch Blackpool.
Okay.
Because
Stop.
I'm really.
Stop!
This is what it felt like when you watched that episode of Power and I didn't see it.
But I didn't say anything about it.
I
just said, woo!
Motherfucker.
Speaking of which, I'm going to watch
Everybody who was on that card, with the exception of
Eddie Dennis.
who?
Eddie, exactly. For Eddie Dennis, I'm assuming.
Virgil. Shit. I mean,
Hey, is he really that? Is this match? I have to watch it.
Now I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah, now I really want to see the match.
all right.
I'm gonna have to watch.
I'll put it to you like this: it wasn't an F. It was not an F. It was an E. That motherfuckers need to be in SummerSlam.
Incomplete?
And that shit was incomplete. That shit was terrible. All right? Listen, that shit was a fucking Patriots kicker from week 6, okay? I missed like a motherfucker.
Nick Foles! Punch your motherfucker head.
Oh, my Lord, bro. That shit... And I'll put it to you like this. A guy who doesn't like the movie Harlem Nights like that match.
I gotta watch
watch this. I have to see the train wreck. I'm one of those people, like, I'm a glutton for punishment. I need to see how bad this was.
You're one of the white people in the scary movies. Like, what was that song?
No.
I don't know. Let's go see what it
I'm not that
was.
stupid. I'm walking the other way. Oh, it's over here. Woo, responsibility. Gotta go.
Let's go hide behind these chainsaws. Why don't we get in the rental car?
That was a great commercial, by the way. That was a great commercial, by the way. Like, shut up, bitch. Get your ass behind that chainsaw.
Quick, let's run to the cemetery.
All right, so winner for Dusty Classic. Who you got?
I'm going to say Imperium because I'm about to say WCW because WWE NXT UK. That's a whole lot of initials. Isn't right now in the limelight that NXT is. And if you notice, when WWE wants to showcase a show and they have like brands going against each other, they typically go against as the lesser known show to take the win.
Wow.
What happened?
Wow.
All right, I quit the show.
Oh, God. No, we're almost done.
Carl Victor just pissed off an entire race.
Damn, look at the fucking likes and dislikes.
Jesus Christ! One comment just.
No, that doesn't get a laughy face.
Okay,
that gets the angry face.
Gets the angry
That gets the angry face.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Sir.
Sir.
Damn.
Everybody's stealing my gimmick. What the shit?
We as wrestling fans
Victor comes in and says,
can go ahead and do that.
Victor comes in and says, "How do I piss off an entire race?" I know.
I got some. Oh, how about this? I'm about to piss off all the Italian people. Hot sauce belongs on fucking lasagna. All right.
I ain't mad at you about that.
Okay.
I ain't mad at you about
Some times I put mayonnaise on an Italian grinder. Okay.
I do.
Oh, okay. All right. Now let's piss off the Puerto Ricans. Okay.
Oh boy.
No, want to piss off the Puerto Ricans?
No.
I'm gonna piss off the Puerto Ricans.
They can shoot you.
Then I'm gonna do it now. Okay.
Stab.
Bacalao is fucking gross.
Okay.
Sir!
I don't need to eat you.
Sir! You have been eating some white person bacalao or something.
Okay, I don't eat seafood, so.
How the fuck do you get yours at? Some fucking fucking truck over on Broad Street?
Hey,
First of all, chimichangas on Broad Street are bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Especially when you're drunk. Especially when you're drunk.
Be surprised when you're in the morning blow out your
Want to
fucking
piss off
asshole.
Dominicans?
I mean, that's part of the process.
Want to piss off Dominicans? Mofongo is better than mango.
I'm just waiting to see how he's react. Luckily, we don't have glass bottles this week.
Want to piss off Africans? Want to piss off Africans? Fufu is fucking gross. Okay?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's fucking
I'm
gross.
waiting for you to talk about Cape Verdeans like a chupa.
Want to piss off Southerners? Want to piss off Southerners?
Give us free.
No. Collard greens are overrated.
Wow. Okay, hold up.
Pig feet shouldn't be eaten.
Cornbread is dry as fuck.
You watch your lying mouth, sir.
If it's moist and it's like fresh out the
You
oven,
know.
delicious. Butter right on top. Just cut the top and just slide it.
KFC chicken's overrated.
It is.
Skin is good, but that's about it.
Oh, you want to piss off Portuguese people?
Oh shit! Hey Dina! She said yes.
Manchupa is soup.
Hey! Blasphemy, sir. Thank you, baby. High five. Put on in. That's right. Oh, right there. That's my baby right there. God damn it.
Oh, Jesus, Pop.
It's like, fuck that. I don't like people playing on my phone.
Oh my goodness.
You're just pissing off it. You already pissed off the T's and the G's and the L's and P's. And
Oh, you want to piss off the L's?
no, let's not piss any more people off.
For people that hate God.
Stop! Go! What the shit? Are you fucking kidding me?
Carl just fucking ruined it.
The entire show!
Yes.
I said don't spoil it!
Carl just fucking ruined it.
Not even a point.
This man.
You could have ruined an undercard match.
Carl just ruined it.
Thanks, Carl. Shit!
It's it my turn still?
Go right ahead.
Can I piss off lesbians? For people
Tell them,
people that hate guys so much, you sure do use a rubber man a lot, don't you?
I agree with that one.
All right. And you hate guys, but you dress like us, don't you, motherfuckers? You be lifting up those Timbos, putting on the do-rags and shit.
They call studs.
That's the shit that's always bothering me. I don't like guys, but I'm gonna be with a girl that looks like more manly than the guy over here, and probably bought a bigger plastic one from the store than the guy over here.
Is it my turn again? Can I piss off another person?
You might as well. Shit, you're done every letter in the alphabet.
Oh, hold up. I got one.
Go ahead.
It's too late now, Carl.
The Cowboys haven't been relevant since the 90s.
They were relevant in the 90s?
I guess. Early?
I guess.
96, right?
Carl, pull out those VCR tapes.
Yeah, you know. Sorry. Carl Bird, I just wanted to let you know that I'm unsubscribing from the Codex Prime podcast, okay? I don't care about your rehab merch, and I'm not buying no headphones.
Yeah.
You just,
no more free shipping in the US. They got paid for that shit. Thanks, Carl.
Yeah, you know, just
Natasha, hit him for me.
Just so you know.
It's not like the entire show I said, if you're watching Impact, please don't spoil it.
Well, we're talking about Carl, and Natasha's probably cursing him out for like...
Thank you, Natasha.
For
hit
like
him.
Puking White Claw over a carpet.
Give him a Nurple.
Talking about Carl there.
Nurples.
He said I bullied him back. I never bullied Carl back in the day. All right, so let's go. Oh, wait, whoa. The Bills. You want to talk Bills? Bills?
We're done with look. Is your team in the game? Is your team in the playoffs still?
Is his team in the playoffs?
No.
Buffalo? The Bills? The quote-unquote only team in New York?
What?
That's what they are.
There's like 3 of them.
And they both play in Jersey.
I mean, yeah, technically, but...
Can you consider Buffalo in New York? That place is so fucking cold and up north, man. I'd call that Canada.
I have no reason to go to Buffalo.
I think you really do need a fucking like visa to go to Buffalo. It's like totally... It's like up there. Plus, you gotta fucking plow yourself through all the fucking snow because
I heard you guys.
We get like 3 inches and they got like 14 feet.
And that's on a good day.
Hey, I mean, is it a bright side that they still have the Sabres? Right? No. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Fuck watches hockey.
I tried.
I actually do.
I actually don't mind hockey.
Surprised that my 5-year-old discovered hockey. For some reason, he likes watching hockey.
Fights.
I don't know where the fuck that came from.
It's actually not bad. It's not a bad sport once you get to
No, it's not bad at all.
All right, but we do got to go ahead and get some final thoughts. All right. First of all, I would like to say to people who spoil things like Power or
pay-per-views.
Y'all ain't shit.
I'm just busting your balls, Carl.
Y'all ain't shit. But I do want to give a rest in peace, though. We haven't even covered this. I thought it was the chairman, La Parca, but I just found out it wasn't. But anyway, a man lost his life in the wrestling ring, and we are a wrestling podcast. So rest in peace to that young man, La Parca. AAA wrestler. I thought it was the WCW. I still thought it was the WCW.
Yeah, I did too at first until it was corrected.
But a man did lose his life, and rest in peace, young
People
man.
do call Buffalo Southern Ontario. It makes sense.
So they're the 7.
Ah.
Or the 5.
5.5.
Ah.
Buffalo is like a rendition of Drake's fucking music. It's just garbage.
God's plan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. God's plans for Buffalo to be mediocre as fuck. Dude, you know they are always one fucking player away. Like they were one kicker away from a Super Bowl against, but that gave me more.
Yes, we know, Nick. Thanks.
Nick, just so you know, we found that out last week. Just so you know, that was last week. Yeah.
Is this ghost person codenamed for Montez's
Oh,
team
but
partner?
I do got Nick Thomas here, and Clemson Tigers, the real fucking Tigers, is about to go on a national championship game against Lafayette State University.
That's the championship?
That's the college.
The national championship.
It's the
tournament's over.
It is the Lafayette State University because that team is just dead. Okay, versus the current. Can I borrow Paul Heyman's line? Reigning, undisputed, defending defending and undefeated.
Oh wait, hold on. Do it right. Undefeated.
We're gonna go with AT&T Company. However, I'm a man that likes to gamble. Unfortunately, I had to go ahead and I bet the wrong time against Gabe, and I had to suffer a year being a fucking Ravens fan and keeping them fucking relevant.
Best wrestlers come out of Buffalo.
Nick Thomas.
I did not know the Blade and the Butcher were from there.
Okay, first off, don't take credit for Butcher and the Blade, especially the Blade. Braxton Sutter's trash.
Y'all can all Mikey Whipwreck.
Mikey Whipwreck, okay, I give you that. Beth Phoenix, cool. Butcher, don't know him. And Blade, hell no. Braxton Sutter sucks. I'm saying
I got it. Mike Williams, you're my new favorite person in the fucking chat group.
I ain't gonna lie, I have no problem with Clemson.
All fucking in, baby. All in. But anyway, Nick, I just thought of something. We have a video segment that we ask for our fans and our friends to actually send in a video, for their burials of the week.
Oh, shit.
You're going to, next Sunday, send in a video, and I want a sign behind you that says, I love the Iconics.
Oh, wait. You mean the longest reigning defending female WWE Women's Tag Team Champion of all time?
God, how
The ones that are undefeated at WrestleMania!
Those guys!
Oh, man, they're great.
Yeah, they're great. I
how
need
the
you.
fuck do you always find your way?
Just so you know, there was a post in there. I don't know if it was Andrew or Gary, but somebody said something about them earlier, and I just totally tried to no-sell it. But it's hard to,
why can't
not
you keep
acknowledge
no-selling?
Dude, they're
Can you
great.
no-sell like Charlotte Flair no-sell?
I tried.
Women's Royal Rumble winners.
There you go.
Billy Kay or Peyton Royce.
I'm taking Billy Kay.
I'll take Peyton.
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about.
Put some claw on it.
Mm.
Put some claw on it, Skip.
Come on, Skip.
Come on, Skip.
Can you just admit the greatness that is the Iconics for once? Release it.
Just let it go.
But anyway, before we do gotta sign off, right? Before we do gotta sign off, Nick Thomas, next week you gotta send in a video, and it has to be a 2-minute, that is 120-second love confession for the work and believable. You gotta put some heart and some soul into it.
Plums.
From the plums on how great the Iconics are. And if I lose,
Gary, don't encourage
That's right, Gary.
Don't encourage that.
Ozzy. Oi.
Don't encourage that madness.
and if Clemson loses, that what we just did right here with the Iconics, I will never partake in again.
So you're just gonna leave me on an island?
By yourself.
Let's go! LSU.
Until the next week.
Oh wait, one more. There it is.
I will go a week with burying the Iconics on all social media platforms.
For a week.
For a week straight.
For a week.
Every day I will wake up and say how bad the Iconics are.
Wow.
Do we
God
got
damn
a
it.
bet, Nick?
So you know that hurts.
God damn it, this is going to be the first time I watch college football. I'm going to be sitting at the edge of my seat.
Do we have a bet, Nick?
Nick, I want to know, are you in on this? Because this is going to be interesting.
And I have to rant about how I love Omega.
Oh, shit. That's a game changer. Whoa. So every week, you know what? You got to take a selfie with that Omega shirt. And you have to make that a profile pic for at least a week.
All right, then we got to up this ante.
Okay, here we go.
He just went for my feelings right there. He just went for my feelings.
Oh, this is going to be good.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
I'm actually going to watch this fucking game now.
Carmella's man.
Oh!
You create a Twitter account appreciating the...
Yes! Yes!
Yo, you have to... I want the profile picture to change. Right? You have to go on all groups.
And every day, you have to tweet something nice about, I had nothing to do with this, I just want to be I was instigating. Every day, you have to tweet to Corey Graves something positive about the way he acts, talks, dresses, the haircut.
Corey Graves appreciation will become Nick Thomas.
And every tweet has to have hashtag Corey Graves appreciation.
Kenny Omega appreciation will be Kyle Chapman. Do we have a bet?
Oh, please do that. Please do it. Just do it. Please, this has got to be a thing. I am so watching. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Dude, I'm not even a college football fan in the slightest.
Yeah.
I am so watching this game just to keep it up.
Give me what I want.
This is great. No, Nick, We need to agree or disagree. Is this a yes or a no? Virtual handshake and everything. Virtual hand. Kyle, put your hand out there. Virtual handshake. We need to know this is real. Nick Thomas, please make this dream come true.
Rep your team, Nick.
This is great. We're not ending the show until Nick responds.
Nick, do we have a deal?
Give me what I want.
Make this happen.
You want some appreciation for
Book
your,
it.
for your boy Kenny
Book it.
Omega? I want some appreciation.
And every time you tweet would have to be hashtag Kenny Omega appreciation.
I won't even be able to. He said deal.
Yeah!
It's on.
Everybody in here, you are a witness to this. If you are a witness, press 1 in the chat. This is happening. I can't wait for this to happen. Oh my God. When's this game tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
It is Monday.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Don't worry, Ronaldo.
Well, instead of watching
Don't worry, Ronaldo's here.
Ronaldo.
That's his timestamp.
Ronaldo, we need this episode time-stamped and everything.
That shit's already been timestamped.
Gary's a witness. It's official.
It is a done deal.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Trevor Lawrence,
and you know something?
ETN,
Simmons. We need a screenshot every day on the UWO page.
Yes.
Of whatever is tweeted.
Yes.
We need a screenshot. This goes for you as well.
Yes.
It's a fair deal.
Yes.
One's in the chat. Let's go. This is gonna be.
All right, guys, but we do got to sign out. It's getting late. Thank you for sticking with us. It's damn near 11:30 on the East Coast, the real coast.
I need to eat.
And I need to
I need to go find food.
I need to go participate in some Olympic activities.
I'm going for the deep dive.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be on Pornhub again.
Pole vaulting.
I'm trying to go on Pornhub again. All right. Anyway,
You're gonna use a strong hand.
Thank you, Ronaldo.
no, but seriously though, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for commenting. Damn, we got 400 comments. Shouts out to I did need to shout out one Jabari McIntyre. Shout out to you and the whole NAAW. Thank you guys for actually posting us in your group every fucking week. I
appreciate it.
I know you guys filter through all the posts that you get. There's actually pro wrestlers in the group,
Right.
including Big Swole there.
Big Swole. That fucking elbow is deadly, by the way. If you see this, that elbow's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, she's
elbow.
a good wrestler, bro.
Yeah, she's really good. I'm a fan.
Man, and she's not chucking and jiving.
I mean, she did do the James Brown. I won't do James Brown in these pants. Not even do James Brown in these pants.
And just remember, guys, don't be like Riho.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, don't be like John Cohen and fuck up a whole ending of a match.
Agreed.
I'm sorry, is he a referee?
Yeah.
Is he a champion?
No.
Is Rio a referee?
No.
Is he a champion?
Unfortunately. Matter of fact, you know what? Since Big Swole's in the group, put the belt on Big Swole.
Oh, shit.
Put the belt on her
I'll take
now.
that all day.
Put the belt on her right now.
All day.
I'll say it right now. I'm saying that's my goal for this year. Big Swole champion.
You know who somebody...
I'm keeping that same energy.
I know she's hurt
Same
right now,
energy.
but do you know who I would love to see in AEW? I know she's hurt right now, so she can't do it. It's Ember Moon. WWE ain't doing a goddamn thing
I
with
would
her.
love
Put
to see
her
Ember.
over there.
I would
That
love to see
be a
Ember in
fucking
AEW.
beautiful addition to that roster. But anyway, let's go right on ahead and wrap this up. We are in a 10-second delay, and you know what we like to do for 10 seconds, and that is just be filler.
All right.
So how can we fill up this week? We can talk about, I don't know, Rey Mysterio's get the fuck out the ring
That's
moment.
10.
We could talk about Rio and Chris Statlander's please get the fuck out the ring moment. All right.
8,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
7, 6, 5. We'll see y'all
Hey.
later.
At least AEW only has a few months in. WWE been around for years. Still
You know what?
looking like a t-shirt company.
Valid point.
Lesbians like rubber guys, and you know you can get the best of both worlds because Nyla Rose has a
NAEW.
real guy, you know, on her. All right, let's get about it.
Get in AEW?
Yeah, is it? If you're not, get in there.
Good.
Get in there. That fucking group is fucking great.
Yeah, join
it
that
is
group.
great.
Have fun. But we'll see y'all next week. Catch y'all later.